So, we are here tonight for a very special, monumentous occasion. It is officially, give or take a few weeks, about the 13-month anniversary of Dick and Nips and about the year anniversary of the Brother Fucks.
Oh, we've already started this one off with some ridiculousness.
Well, I figured since we're here to talk about Dragon Con 2025, it's only right that we talk about some traditions that have started there. And one of those traditions that I'm sure will be Dragon Con wide in just a couple years is the initiation of the Brother Fucks, which is of course the followers of the Dick and Nips.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All of this originated with Deadpool and Wolverine, taking us way back there. This is how long ago it was. Deadpool and Wolverine was the last audio-only episode of the podcast.
Shit, was it?
It was.
Damn.
Wow.
Yep, that was the last audio-only episode of the podcast. I picked a hell of a podcast to just not start video with, huh? and then we transitioned to video, but during that video or during that review of Deadpool and Wolverine, we got to the spoiler-filled section, of course, in which we spoke about all of the wild, wacky shenanigans going on, and one of those wild and wacky shenanigans was that of Peter, the side character to Deadpool, and his a kink, for lack of a better word. He has the thing where like his dick has a piercing with a chain and is tethered to his nipples, and it was actually the homie Kevin who shorthanded it to his Dick and Nips, and because we are so mature and such well-rounded podcasters,
We are.
And adults.
we simply could not let it go. So if the podcast was 2 hours long and Kevin said it at the minute and 20 or the hour and 20 minute mark, then the remaining 40 minutes was simply Dick and Nips jokes. Fast forward a couple weeks, and we are at Dragon Con, and there may, in the words of Cody Rose, there may have been some libations.
There definitely were.
There may have been some alcoholic beverages. Who knows? You know what I mean? And
I heard tell of a bucket.
was that?
I said I heard tell of a bucket.
Oh, this is actually before the bucket.
Before the bucket?
This
The
was,
buckets wasn't
This
even
was
open
this
to be
was the
bought
mead
yet.
adventure.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was good
And-
meat.
And whereas the homie Kevin is the one who inadvertently named the sect of Dick and Nips, it was the homie Caleb here who founded the Brother Fucks. And again, alcohol may have been involved and may have been influencing that unofficial decision. However, it doesn't matter. And thus, the Brother Fucks were born that night at pre-Dragon Con, because it was technically the day before the start of Dragon Con.
Dragon Con starts on Wednesday now. We all know.
I heard it starts on Tuesday now.
So a Wednesday is the new Thursday is the new Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not confusing.
Exactly.
Well, because it used to start on Friday, and then
Right, Dick and
then it's like Thursday is the new Friday, and then then it's like now it's Wednesday is the new Thursday, and before long it's just gonna be Dragon Con week.
I'm waiting for it to take the route of just like the Sandhorn Festival, Sandhorn Festival, where it's just like a month or some shit.
Yeah.
So just full disclosure here, folks. If this is your first episode of this that you're listening to, like if you just
What a choice.
popped open your YouTube or your podcast app to listen to us, probably go to like the last one or the next one. Because this is probably not going to be symptomatic. There's going to be a lot of bullshit on here. There will be some really informative stuff, though, especially if you're into DC Comics Absolute Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, thank you. And secondly, because I want you to come back, don't listen to this.
Yeah. Unless, you've found it enlightening thus far, in which case, stick around.
Yeah.
I've actually been very well behaved.
We're 5 minutes in.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
And Ace was talking for 3.75 of those minutes.
And yet I'm somehow still the most well-behaved. This is weird.
Time will go. We'll go on as it does.
Yeah, and the bar is real low right now, Dylan.
That's what I'm saying. Also, is that door open?
Yeah, slightly. When I asked if you had a cold open, I really wish I had just, when you were like, do you have something? I wish I'd have just been like, yeah.
I probably still would have thought about it and said I got it.
Yeah. We could have talked about like AJ Lee's return or something crazy like that. But no, here we are.
Yeah, AJ Lee, she has returned. I'm very happy to see her back again. Yeah.
Anyway, the 2025 Dragon Con review.
Yeah, we are here, folks, officially to discuss Dragon Con. For those of you who don't know what Dragon Con is, no worries, the homie Caleb will explain.
Oh. How much space you got on that thing?
There is 423 hours of space left.
In the words of Vic Mackey, how much space you got on that thing? That's a deep cut, folks. You gotta watch like the whole show to get that one. However, Dragon Con is the largest nerd convention in the Southeast. Ever since COVID days, it has been capped at 75,000. I would like for them to continue to cap it at that. That's comfortable for me. I have been there on the, I think, 88,000 a year, which was like the record. And it was a lot to handle. When you think about a convention, I don't care what other con you've been to, you do not have an idea of what this is. Dragon Con is essentially, there's going to be representation from probably every fandom, even if it's just like a small extent. There's pretty much something for everybody. It is spread out all across downtown Atlanta, 5 different hotels, 14 additional supplementary hotels. Both of the Downtown America's Marts building is just a massive, massive thing that cannot be understated, really. And it also has a bunch of like its own culture and its own cults and things like that. Junior is not going to hold that.
He will.
Oh, yeah, for those of you listening, I have to distract Dylan with fidgets and toys, and all I have over here are my superhero homie stickers, and Dylan is he's fucking around with Junior over here. So, Caleb, what number of Dragon Cons have you been to now?
That was my 14. And that we just experienced. And I am really excited for next year because next year is going to be the 40th Dragon Con and my 15th Dragon Con. And I you know what? I might as well go ahead and let this slip since we're here at the beginning. Next year also, I may or may not have been invited to be a panelist for some Cosmere things at the con. So that's going to happen. That's going to happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a sure thing yet. I haven't got like the paperwork, but I've been in contact with the people who make those decisions.
I was actually unaware you hadn't told everybody yet. Okay.
No, actually, I haven't talked to Ace about it. And if I do talk to Ace about conventions, it's about this one we're supposed to be going into in like 2 weeks that I don't know anything about yet.
Yeah, I have to send you like the first email you sent. They haven't responded yet though.
Oh, okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
But yeah, that would be a balling thing to have happen for my 15th Dragon Con.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, once he DM'd it directly to me and it wasn't any other chats, I was like, oh, he's keeping this quiet.
Well, I don't necessarily want to like put it all out there until it's like a sure thing. Like I have a panelist like badge in my hands or at least in my email, but just the fact that I've been added to like the list of panelists is like a huge thing for me.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. And it all kind of came about from some of the feedback that I had on one of the panels that we attended, and we'll talk about that in a bit. So,
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which Which one was that? Wasn't the first?
It was the Wind and Truth panel.
Okay, it was the second one. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the first one.
No, we will very briefly skim over that one.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about that shit.
I'll just make the noise again.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, also this Dragon Con, this 2025, we had quite a few different levels of experience. This was your 5th?
Yeah, I think my 5th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dylan here was the homie Dylan was the newbie.
Yeah.
This was his first. And the homie Oz here, this was your 2nd Dragon Con.
Yes, sir.
The sophomore Dragon Con.
Yes, sir, Ellie. I was telling you this the other day, but like, I actually started kind of knowing where stuff was this time. Like, I knew how to get places. So, there's that.
That's half the battle.
Right? Yeah.
It's very common for first time people to be very overwhelmed and lost,
Yeah.
By like day 2, I could find stuff.
Right. And
You're weird.
I was very confident in that with you because, like, at no point did I ever have to worry about you knowing where a thing was. Like, I was like, here's the maps. See ya.
Yeah.
We were also, we spent the most time together in this
Inadvertently,
con, too.
yeah.
Inadvertently, yeah. This was also monumental because this is the first time, I think, since Ace has started coming that, like, we have been, like, we all had drastically different Dragon Con experiences this year. Because, like, we only attended a single panel together.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
I don't think we didn't attend any together this year.
We didn't. No, not a one. So, yeah, there's a lot here that we can get into, that we can discuss. Obviously, Dragon Con, again, is like this huge thing. Thousands and thousands of people are here every year. And there are cosplays, and there is alcohol, and there are cool panels, and there are special guests, people that you've seen from movies or TV shows. Your favorite comic book writers or artists are there, and I mean, so it's
some of your favorite, just like novel writers.
Novelists, some of your favorite novelists are there. So there's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of really cool things to do and see and experience. And there's a lot to get into. We all, as Caleb just said, kind of experience different things. So let's start with the big one. What was everyone's favorite panel and or moment from Dragon Con?
Well, then I'll just go right out. My favorite moment was doing the Cosmere photo shoot. Myself, Caleb, and Kay, and Kevin and Brendan all did Cosmere stuff. Actually, Mistborn, to be specific.
We had 5 homies.
Can I add one thing?
Sure.
Props to the homie Brendan for that fit, though.
Oh, dude!
Yes.
Like honestly, he showed up. So we'll have to figure out some way to put like a picture of him in his Breeze outfit from Mistborn Era 1. But like he fucking killed it. But like it was just so really cool, to see.
You want me to put Brendan's mug on the?
Yeah. Matter of fact, make it the thumbnail of the episode.
I won't do a thumbnail, but all right, I'll do it here.
Brendan's always complaining about not being on the episodes. Boom,
right there,
He's
right
on the
there.
episode he's not even in.
No, but it was just really cool to because I'm now I'm in Rhythm of War, and so I've read a good bit, and it's starting to really hit me how big this community actually is. And then actually meeting a bunch of those nerds and seeing how dedicated they were to put their cosplays together. It was just really dope, and we looked amazing, all of us together, and I just had a blast, and that was probably my favorite moment of the whole con.
The Vasher that we saw there was one of the most incredible cosplays I've ever seen. Not just from a Cosmere perspective, but period, right?
Because he had the dedication to get it accurate, and also made his fucking sword smoke.
And it was a real forged weapon. This was a steel, custom forged sword that was made out to be Nightblood. I don't think that's a spoiler. And it was next level. The entire cosplay was perfect. It's one of the most impressive cosplays I've ever seen. There were some really incredible ones there, but I mean, even at Dragonsteel, which is the actual like Brandon Sanderson convention that I went to back in December, I gotta say that I think that one was even better than any of them that I saw there. And there were some really impressive ones there from the standpoint of like people in full shard plate that like lit up and all that stuff.
Dope. That's dope.
But like just the attention to detail for that cosplay, like all the little items that he had that were from the book, it was top notch.
Oh, 100%. I did enjoy the fact that I was Wax, he was Wayne, Kay was Marcy. So we needed it always Steris.
Yes.
I always want to say Shalon, and I know it's wrong. It's the S.
How do you fuck that up, Oz?
Listen. Anyway, but like we didn't have the Steris in our group, and literally within 5 minutes of saying that, someone shows up dressed as Steris, and we're like, "You're with us."
Yeah, I actually, that happened twice, right? So first we spotted the Steris, which goes with the three of us. We didn't have one, and it's really cool because like she ended up being a really cool person.
Oh yeah.
Like we've become like social media friends now.
Oh, that's dope.
She's actually an author too, and I wish I knew what her name, like her on the book, like her pen name was, so I could plug the book here, but I don't. Sorry about that. That was amazing. And then Brendan showing up was kind of the next moment where y'all kind of was like, oh my god,
because like I saw him first. I was like, we were all kind of just sitting around waiting for everybody to start getting there, and because we got there like 40 minutes early. But I just see this really dapper looking motherfucker walking across the street. I was like, holy shit, that's Brendan.
Yeah.
Like, look at our breeze.
Well, a lot of us had been sort of exchanging photos of the cosplay as they came together.
Yeah.
And then with Brendan, none of us had really seen anything.
And he downplayed it.
He really did.
He was like, I think I got an alright one.
Well, to be perfectly honest, and like, this is not a knock against Brendan, it was mostly because of the lack of time, because I knew how long it took us to put our stuff together.
Yeah.
Like, when he heard that we were doing it, because, well, for one, you and I were the only ones going to do it originally.
Yeah,
it was
originally
just you and me.
Just going to do Wax and Wayne. Yeah.
And then everybody was like, can we get on this? I'm like, sure. Well, Brendan,
I didn't ask. I was just going to.
Yeah. It's a public park. We can't stop you.
We can't stop you. And then Brendan, who's like, yeah, I think I could do Breeze. And I'm like, that's a lot of stuff to get ready. Like, he had like maybe a month. And I'm like, you do, dude. I mean, because I wasn't expecting like to be the level that he brought us, and he just fucking killed it, and I'm very proud of him for that.
Agreed.
He really matched your guys' level, if not possibly even went a little above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was top notch. I mean, the homie Kevin also, he didn't have his dueling canes, and he was really worried about it. And I was like, dude, people are gonna know who you are, and I
the bandana across the eyes automatically gives it away.
Yeah, and his cosplay was also very popular, not just at the photo shoot, but also at like through the con. So, there's only two motherfuckers that have the thing like that: Matt Murdock and Spook. That's it.
Yep.
But that was great.
Yeah, I thought that that was an amazing turnout for that photo shoot. And I was like, man, look at all these dressed up nerds.
I gotta say, at this point, like to pull a Kaladin cosplay, you gotta go hard as fuck because there's so many.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually even contemplating potentially doing a rock cosplay eventually and actually shaving my parts of my beard.
This is the third or fourth time he said it. It's not possible. Like, it's not possibly, I should say. He's just going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I just don't know when I'm going to do it.
Do it next time.
Yeah.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, sure.
Or, you could just you could do it at Jordan Con.
I could.
You could do rock on day one, and then you just go ahead and shave off the rest of it on day two and do your wax again.
That's fair. I could. Yeah, because I'm not leaving the mutton chops. I can't keep that.
I'm gonna say, this character has the full mutton chops.
Yeah.
I will say, we have to have a picture of it at least.
Yeah.
So that he can't ever just
Yeah.
scrub it away like the Kool-Aid
Listen,
Man.
if you're ever gonna have mutton chops, you might as well do a Wolverine while you're at it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What? What?
I still want to see you as Ham.
I think you would make a great ham, actually.
I like ham. It's a little salty though, so you have to.
Oh, you got a different type. Different type.
That's true. Yeah,
I mean, you could get maple cured.
that's true.
Yeah, that's right.
The full tilt mutton chops.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then just because I'm here, I have to show you the one. This is like actually the official like art of him
yeah.
or whatever, right? But then I have to show you this other one where he fucking looks just like Triple H.
Oh, that's
Jesus.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
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 That's for certain. Or for Triple H.
Yeah, that's definitely Triple H. 100%.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of artist interpretation going on there.
Yeah.
Hot damn, that was
So I gotta ask, and me and you talked about the Cosmere photo shoot on the last episode just briefly in the opening. From two different points of view, somebody who's read like 5 books out of the Cosmere versus someone who has read all of it. Like, what was like? Did you guys expect there to be like that kind of turnout and that kind of like level of detail?
Oh, I mean, I did actually. I mean, because here's the thing, right? Like, you can tell me that in years prior there weren't that many people there representing the Cosmere in that fashion. But here's the thing, though, I wouldn't have known. You know what I mean? And so, like, for me to see like the large number of people that turned out for it, I mean, I'm surrounded by y'all all the time, and so I was like, yeah, this makes sense.
Like, honestly, I feel like the Cosmere fandom is like growing exponentially
It's exploding.
by the day.
For something, so I will say that for something that has no adaptation, like Cosmere and Court of Thorns and Roses have to be right at the top as far as like, you know, there's no official adaptation of this. It's all just on the page. They both have to be probably the most popular fandoms right now that don't have an official screen adaptation of any kind.
That sounds accurate to me. I don't know what that other thing was, but Cosmere for sure.
It's fairy smut.
I've heard of it, but unfortunately, the person that I know of that has read it, I don't really trust their book stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not anybody you guys know.
Oh, well, you know a lot of people that have read them. But, yeah, it's Sarah J. Maas. And I don't mind her writing. It's also not really smut. It's just kind of like, you know, it's just fantasy, but they don't fade to black as quickly. You know?
I get it. There's some Mass Effect cutscene.
Oh, I almost accidentally spoiled the thing.
No. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, there is a certain Cosmere scene where, you know, we thought they were going to fade to black, and then we turned the page and we're like, oh,
We're still here.
we're still here. Okay, well, surely on the next. Oh, okay, all right. Well, we're doing this.
Wow,
So-
from Sanderson, huh?
Yeah.
Now, don't get too excited. It was real racy for that.
It was tame overall. Like, you know, it wasn't like George R.R. Martin, where it's like, you know, and Hodor came out with his giant 18-inch dick swinging, you know.
But for it to come from Sanderson, you were just like,
Yeah, what is this
this?
filthy smut I am reading? Yeah.
clutching the pearls.
Yeah.
Oh no. What about you, Dylan? What you think about the Cosmere turnout?
So I was actually a little shocked at how many there were there. I expected probably 3/4 of what showed up. But also, on top of that, the thing is, like, I saw a lot more Cosmere cosplays that weren't there.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Including
So, like-
a super spoilery one later that evening that we cannot talk about here. The ice.
Yes. Yes, that one was tucked away a little bit. That one, I'm still upset I was across the room.
Same.
So, all right, to explain, we were in the second panel.
Wind and Truth
Wind and Truth panel. And we're just sitting there chit-chatting. We were in the same spot we were at the night before, I think. And I'm just talking. He's on my left. I'm talking to him. And I just do this number. And I go like...
Oh, he did the
it hadn't started yet.
Did he almost pull
Dr.
the
Grant.
It hadn't started. The panel hadn't started yet, but twice I stood up because I was like, "There's no fucking way," and that motherfucker disappeared.
Yeah, he got out of there real quick, like because we couldn't even catch up to him.
Yeah, we were looking, could not find him again.
But it was next level. But
Which is ironic.
We cannot talk about it. It is a huge fucking spoiler.
I was a little surprised. I was moderately surprised by the number of cosmonauts that were about. Honestly,
and to be perfectly honest, like it was like the level of dedication that most of them had. Like all of their cosplays, like I never saw one that I just was like, eh. Like all of them were pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah, they were top notch as fuck.
There was 2 other Waynes there, and we all hit it off immediately.
I think other than a baby, I was the only wax.
No, the baby's dad was a wax.
But he had a hat on.
Wax,
he has a hat.
Wax owns a hat.
Wayne stole it.
Yeah, Wayne stole the hat.
But Wax has a hat.
Had a hat.
Had a hat.
I think he technically does buy another hat.
Yeah, he does buy another hat, and it's fine. The baby was a different character that we can't talk about.
Oh.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Also a spoiler, because the other day I was actually in the room with him, and I was like, yeah, and everybody's looking at little... Anyway, bye-bye.
Yeah, I forgot. Whenever you dropped the name in the Cosmere chat, I was like, wait, who's... What was he talking about?
Oh, yeah. So...
Are you as lost as I am? Because I am, yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
I think I've read the Cosmere more than everyone here.
Yeah,
more than Brandon Sanderson, in fact.
I have to course correct him sometimes.
An alpha reader.
Oh, speaking of which, we didn't even talk about this guy. There was a guy who actually cosplayed as Brandon Sanderson.
Yes.
And it was a good one.
It was funny.
Yeah. That dude was one of the panelists.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's a beta reader, yeah.
Awesome.
We never finished not to cut you off, but we never finished the favorite parts for everybody.
No, I was actually just going to say that. But I mean, that's what...
Yeah,
Cosmere photo shoot was his, so we kind of lingered on that. But
yeah.
Do you want to go next?
It was going down the line.
Oh, we're going down the line? Fuck, okay. But I'm going to have another Cosmere thing.
I thought you already had said another Cosmere.
My favorite thing. What was my favorite thing? I mean, honestly, my favorite thing was also the Cosmere photo shoot, probably. But because we already just talked about that, I will go to probably what was my second favorite thing. And while you might think it would be the Wind and Truth panel, or maybe the other Cosmere panel we went to, I actually think it was Scott Snyder's panel.
He took mine.
Mainly because I went out and bought the hardcover. I actually showed it on the previous episode. I actually bought the hardcover of Absolute Batman Volume 1.
Yeah, it is sitting behind Dylan.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is actually here because I let you borrow it because I was like, I'm not going to be able to read it yet.
On top of the laptop, yep.
Yeah, so we can talk about that next. We attended Scott Snyder's panel, which was called Absolute Scott Snyder, because of course it was. Now, if you're not familiar with him, his probably most famous work he's done is Court of Owls, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
He is probably the only modern creator that created a new huge piece of the Batman mythos that stuck. Court of Owls is just as much a part of Batman now as the Joker or the Riddler or any of that. You know, it is just fucking canon now, to the point where there's different versions of it and everything, just like everybody else.
To help that point, I know base level stuff about Batman. I didn't realize it was new.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that just speaks to it, right?
Because we were talking about, he created Court of Owls. It's he looks young.
Yeah. You could totally see Court of Owls being from the 50s or 60s or some shit.
It just matches so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
that was 2010.
Yeah. It's not that old at all. Yeah. But, he also, if you're into the current stuff, he is writing, or the main writer on Absolute Batman, which is selling like fucking hotcakes. There it is. Dylan has it. There it is. And we're gonna review this pretty soon.
Absolutely.
God, every time I look at him, he's so jacked.
This is the first time in my entire life that I have been inspired to read like current, as they are coming out, comic books.
Same.
It's never happened. And so, yeah, I got to give props to Scott Snyder on that, because the way he talked about Batman in that panel, like, my brain was just kind of exploding the whole time, because it was just the way that he talked about his writing process and the way he talked about the character. I've been a fan of Batman for a long time. Not as long as you have, but I would say that I have been a big fan of Batman pretty much my entire life. From the animated series, Batman Forever was like the first one as a kid that I really like latched onto. I even liked Batman and Robin when I was a child. I don't now. Cardinal sin. But we were talking about this actually. There's a theory that in the Flash movie, the Flash resets the DC universe, and at the end we end up getting the new James Gunn DCU, but he sends all the DCEU characters to the Batman and Robin universe, which is why George Clooney is there. And I was like, that tracks for some Barry Allen shit.
And I said, if that's the case, then Ben Affleck's Batman killed everybody there.
Oh yeah.
No, like that. Yeah, like the movie is only going to be like 2 minutes long.
He becomes Owlman. Like,
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. But I really loved his take on Batman. He made me think about Batman in ways that I had not previously, where, you know, he writes Batman from a standpoint of like, Batman is about facing your fears and overcoming like your fears. And he talks about how like his fear of writing, like being saddled with one of the most popular comic book characters ever created, and being a relatively young person and having to like write into that mythos, and how he derived Court of Owls from his own fear, was just such a cool thing to me. And
I'm ashamed that I missed this. Like,
It was great.
I think wasn't I trying to rush to get to a Baldur's Gate 3 panel?
yeah, that was when the Baldur's Gate meltdown
Did you
was
get
happening.
into that one?
No.
No, that was when the fucking Weston
that's right, 'cause I
crisis
was like-
happened.
I was like, oh, fuck this panel, and I left.
Yeah, there was a huge like ordeal, which we will talk about in a little bit.
Yeah.
In depth. But yeah, Scott talked about that. He also dropped a shit ton of spoilers.
So many.
So when he dropped the first spoiler, and in just a minute I'm going to give a spoiler warning, and then we're going to talk about them.
Yeah.
But in the first time he dropped a fucking spoiler, I was like, yep, okay, gonna remember that for the podcast. And by the way, Scott, if by some way you're listening to this, there are podcasters in the room, dog. We don't have no NDA. So
Even if one of us signs it, that's just one of us.
that's just one of us,
Yeah.
and neither of us have.
Yeah.
So there was that. Then he dropped the second spoiler, and I'm like, okay, well, I won't forget that one either. And then about the third one, he's just like, why are you not writing this down? And I'm like, yeah.
Because like I'm sitting there, because I don't. I'll be honest. The one downside of Dragon Con is, for me specifically, is that it isn't very focused to anime, which is perfectly fine. There's getting more of it. It's just there's not a lot of panels about that. So and I'm sure they're there. I just didn't see them. But I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just hang out with some friends. Like, oh, I like Batman. He's like, yeah, it's the Absolute. I was like, oh, I've heard of that one. I'll sit at that. So I'm just chilling, bebopping. And the first spoiler goes, oh, wow, okay, all right. And I see you're in front of me and you're next to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, they reacted to that. That's kind of cool. All right. Second one drops. I was like, I feel like that's a lot, but they're still acting normal. It's fine. The third one goes, and I literally, I'm like, I'm really surprised you're not writing down. He's like, I'm grabbing my phone right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, Scott Snyder, like at this point, I imagine he did a lot of panels after Court of Owls, because that really put him on the map. But I'm surprised he doesn't have like
A handler?
a handler that follows him.
I think
Like
he's
a Mark
supposed to.
Ruffalo level.
Yeah.
Well, this one started and he was just like, yeah, there's supposed to be like a moderator, but they're not here.
It was something else, man.
Yeah.
And he was just he didn't. Yeah, I mean he needs media training. Like he needs a team, at least a handler, bare minimum. I guess they're just like, we don't care about these comic book writers, whatever. They're like, we got to chase James Gunn around and make sure he don't say no bullshit. So we don't have time for this. But he just dropped a lot. So I guess we're gonna get into it here. So hey, if you care about spoilers for Absolute Batman, just skip forward like 6 minutes or so. And
over the next like 4
Let's face
issues
it, this is gonna be the next
7
hour.
issues.
yeah. Actually, you might want to skip forward probably longer than that, maybe like 15. But so the first thing he spoiled is that in an upcoming issue, Batman is gonna fight all the Robins.
Yeah, that was actually set for DC KO.
Yeah. That's not for Absolute. Yeah.
Yeah, which is like an upcoming event book, and so the whole thing about that is like the dark side, like his Omega energy. There's something going on with that because he's true form dark side. I believe is like the true cultivator of the Absolute universe. And so so the whole idea here is that they're gonna have to usurp that power in order to defeat Darkseid. But there's a tournament that should take place to determine who will be the one to get that power. And within this tournament, this was the first time I heard of it. So I mean, we have to assume that this was a straight up spoiler that Scott has not publicly said this until Dragon Con. But apparently, Bruce Wayne from the main DC comic book universe will be fighting basically other universal variants of the Robins, but in those universes, those Robins are Batman. So there would be a Dick Grayson Batman, a Jason Todd Batman, Tim Drake, even Damian, all as
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, and so seeing how those fights play out, he says is going to be pretty interesting. So that was pretty big.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Speaking of the Robins, he did confirm also for Absolute that there will be 4 Robins that will be featured in Absolute that they have planned for so far. And that he dropped Stephanie, Dick, Tim, and Jason as those 4. And there was, I won't say an uproar from the crowd because he's a little shit, but he confirmed, of course, there's no Damian because Bruce has never met Talia, so there can't be a Damian.
Yeah, that'd be...
I think the crowd was just like, oh.
And that just made me want to read it even more.
And of course, Brendan had to bring up the stupid haircut.
Of course, yes, because he can't not. Oh, also for DCKO, this is another thing for not Absolute. There's apparently going to be a 200-foot tall kaiju Joker that eats people.
That's right. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck, Scott?
That just makes me think of the fucking one of the Arkham games had something similar. Not that fucking big.
Yeah, There was like a Bane-arized Joker, I think, at the end of the first one.
He was like a full monster mode. It wasn't even fully just Bane. It was closer to one of the fucking Batman Ninja Jokers.
Yeah, but I think he actually did inject the Bane venom in the game.
Probably, yeah. He just looked fucking weird.
Yeah. A kaiju Joker, and at first I was like,
that's nightmare fuel.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Every time.
Wait, but it wasn't the Scarecrow. Nightmares are Scarecrow.
No, I said, but absolutely.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Don't give yourself 2.
You're thinking it was even higher.
That's the third one, by the way. That's the third one.
Oh,
yeah, but 2 in a row. I'm talking about the one
It's because you didn't get it the first time, and then you got it, so I had to do the, it was earned. It was earned.
Nah. We could put it to a vote.
Praise the Absolute.
We don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm now more concerned about one of our co-hosts. Supposed co-hosts.
It'll be all right.
This is something also recently that came about. I think this is in more of a recent issue of Absolute Batman, but the actual stats of his size came out, and I think
really?
that he's and apparently he is, if I remember correctly, 6'9" and like 400 plus pounds. I think it was like 420. Or 440, something like that.
I believe it.
And then
God damn.
Yeah. And people were like, who the fuck is that big? There is one person The fucking mountain.
Yeah.
So that's where he got the inspiration. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Maybe James Gunn has cast him.
So it's just the dude, just the mountain walking around in Gotham, just
Who
beating the fuck
is
out
Batman?
of people.
Who is? Yeah.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, who is it? And then later on, you just see him in a fucking suit as Bruce Wayne in like a board meeting or whatever. He's,
Like, he's
acting
just a
completely
massive
normal.
motherfucker. Yeah.
He's got a cup of tea like this big. And he's just
It's a normal cup of tea.
right. Yeah. It's just that big to him.
If he moves wrong, that whole suit's just gonna rip.
Just gone.
So, on that note, someone did and asked him in the Q&A. Someone asked if he had a fan cast for the DCU Batman, and he wouldn't answer, which tells me he knows who they have cast.
Did they ask him about the DCU Batman, or did they ask him to cast Absolute Batman in live
I
action?
thought it was Absolute.
They specifically just said, did he have a like fan casting for Batman, which I assume meant the DCU because it's like there's not a adaptation of Absolute
Yeah.
planned.
Yeah.
See, I was with you. I thought he was talking about just like a Absolute Batman fan casting. But I could be very well wrong.
Well, I mean, it's very clear that like Brave and the Bold is not going to be Absolute Batman. I mean,
No.
they're just not going to do that.
I mean, first of all, it had to be rated R.
Right. Also, Damian will be there, so
Yeah. Yeah. How does that work?
yeah.
This is a younger Bruce Wayne than we're typically accustomed to. Like in most modern renditions, the youngest that he ever is when he starts Batmaning is 25, but in most cases, like he's 30 when he's fully Batmaning. But I think here he's maybe a little bit younger in Absolute. He also spoke about like his ideas for changing the origin, or for the iconic scene of Thomas and Martha in Park Row when they get pew-pewed.
Really enjoyed this.
Pew-pewed.
Yeah, I did too. Because I never really thought about it. I just thought, artistic license, whatever, wanted to change it. But he spoke about how back in the 40s, like kind of the thing that people would fear would be getting mugged in an alley. Like that is a very, that's the fear of his time, But speaking of it in modern days, he was like, well, what are children afraid of that could possibly happen to them? And he was like, well, public shootings, things like school shootings and, things of that nature. That's what would scare them. I mean, because it is a very scary, and damn, it had to be morbid, but even during Dragon Con, there was another school shooting.
Yeah.
Really? Fucking hell.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. And so it was very, it was a very interesting take that I didn't even think about. And so that is why the origin is changed in the Absolute version. And, also, I guess, minor spoilers for, Absolute, but Martha Wayne is alive. It's Thomas Wayne who is dead in this shooting. But it was just one of those things where it's like, Joe Chill, yeah, that was very much a mindless sense of violence, but Joe Chill's looking for rich people, money, boom, boom, I got the money. But there is nothing that you can really make sense of sometimes with some of these shootings, and that's kind of how it is with this origin. So that was pretty.
That's a good take. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually kind of am sad that you weren't there because I feel like you probably have appreciated it a little more than I did.
Yeah. Like, I think it was around the time. I want to say was it the first panel?
This was actually, this was the late Saturday night panel. This was like
because we immediately left the Star Wars panel and tried to dart over to the Baldur's Gate 3 panel.
Well, it wasn't during that because I was in that panel.
Yeah, he was in that panel.
That's right.
You guys were at the game room. You guys went to the game hall.
There were 2 Baldur's Gate panels and then the D&D panel as well.
Yeah, because I don't think it was the same day as the first Baldur's Gate one.
Yeah, there
it was the next day.
There was a Baldur's Gate panel during Absolute Batman.
I think it was the D&D one, the Baldur's Gate 3 D&D one.
So
that was Sunday.
When we split off to go to this panel, I remember this very clearly.
I don't.
When we split off to go to this panel, you guys went to the game hall. We were going to meet you there afterwards.
Okay.
Him and Kevin did go meet you there afterwards, but me and Dylan went and got food, and then we went directly to the mental health and the Cosmere panel.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Because we realized we weren't going to have enough time to play anything.
Yeah, we would have got there, sat down, been like, all right, guys, and got back up and left.
Yeah. Did I mention there was alcohol involved?
There was a lot of alcohol.
Quite a bit.
Especially the first 2 nights.
Oh, yeah.
Also, a fan asked about when Zatanna was going to be in the Absolute Universe. And Scott Snyder was immediately just like, oh, yeah, Absolute Zatanna is coming soon. We got her coming up in the upcoming episode. I think he said... He mentioned some issues. He did not give an issue for Zatanna, but he did say that Scarecrow was coming in issue 17.
Which I am terrified.
Me too.
What's the point? Do it.
Do it.
You got 2. Give you 1.
Give it to him.
Don't you?
Really?
Do it.
You earned that one, I guess.
He also compared the current Bane arc to the Red Wedding, which is even scarier.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I've been loosely following, like, the Absolute series and, like, the online comics. And reading some of that Bane shit, first of all, the first Bane encounter is terrifying. And then the second one is even worse.
Yeah.
In terms of how goddamn scary it is.
And this is a big Batman. He's just tossed around.
Yeah, so when he meets Bane, Bane is just, I mean, Batman is 6'9". Bane's got to be every bit of fucking 8 feet. And literally the size of a house. And everything Batman tries against him, you know, not only does Bane counter, but he neutralizes Batman. So, like, Batman throws, like, a punch with a certain style and technique. Bane will point out the technique, like, oh, you know, that's Taekwondo. Very, very well. And then he fucking, like, do, like, a fucking nerve touch. And fucking...
What is the animated series Ra's al Ghul with the
I mean, honestly, though, if he pokes me, I might just die.
But Batman keeps fighting. He tries to, like, with both arms, both legs, and then Batman, like, he's just, like, he can't move, right? And Bane goes, and Bane is very, like the way he talks to him is like how a father would speak to a child. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, you tried very well. That's a very good effort.
Gee,
And Batman's like, man, fuck you. If you weren't on those steroids, this would be a completely different fight. And Bane goes, oh, the Venom? I haven't even used that yet, but if you want to see it, and then he uses it. Batman was like, oh, I don't fucked up.
Because, you know, one of the things that he talked about, too, in the way that they have Absolute planned out, and, like, they have, I think you said 3 years worth.
I thought he said 4.
Well, I think 3 more.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, 4 total. And it'll probably go on further than that. It's gonna, but here's the thing, folks. It's capitalism. It's going to go on as long as people are buying it. Yeah, see Transformers movies. Or Fast and the Furious.
Oh, boy.
And, I mean, it may even go on past when people want to buy it. See? Marvel. But, I had to get an MCU dig in there. I kid.
You know, there are some people on social media who weren't too pleased with our last Marvel dig.
Oh, really? Are the rankings or?
And not even the rankings. It was actually we were talking about Superman. And as a matter of fact, I put this all on Caleb. When I made this clip, it's 100% Caleb. I'm not even in the frame.
He can handle it. Yeah, he's fine.
I put the camera 100% on Caleb for this one, and like and it's when we were talking about how Kevin Feige's review on Superman.
Well, Kevin Feige said that shit.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, you took the heat for what he said?
I guess, yeah.
I mean, but you know,
I did see that shit. I saw that clip come across my YouTube. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but like that started like a whole. It got traction, which you know it is what it is. But I think like the real flame was started on TikTok, and I just checked out of the conversation. I don't have the bandwidth to deal with this. There was, you know, Marvel is just because DC had one good movie doesn't mean Marvel and then people are like, well, Superman wasn't even that good of a movie. Superman was a great movie. You guys don't know the comics. And it was just
man,
I'm backing out of this. Yeah, homies, that was Caleb who did that. I just posted the clip.
I mean, here's the thing. If you watch my review for Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four, I gave those incredible glowing reviews as well. So I really liked those movies also. Very much enjoyed them.
No, stand on your shit. Fuck Marvel. long live James Gunn and whatever other shit y'all want to accuse us of saying. I stand by it. I don't know.
But to be fair, Kevin Feige said all of that shit. We were talking about Kevin Feige's review of Superman, which, I mean, he thought it was a great movie, and I just said, hey, maybe he will stop treating his audience like they're fucking idiots after seeing this movie and how much people liked it.
As a casual, I would also like movies to stop re-explaining the same fucking thing 12 million times.
Yeah, because
I
like
know what it is.
Nobody fucking knew who Mr. Terrific was going into that movie.
No.
He just fucking shows up and he's like, "I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific," and you can roll with the shit or you can be confused for 2 hours. It's up to you. Like,
I think I had heard the name Mr. Terrific one time before that, and I saw him and I was like, dude's got a T on his face.
He's got a T on his face.
And given your gratuitous anime experience, you were just like, okay,
Yeah.
you know.
I feel targeted, but you're not wrong. I was like, all right, he's got a T on his face. Whatever.
Yeah. It's like, you know, the fucking Netflix One Piece where like a motherfucker just walks up and they have like a goldfish on their head or some shit and you're just like, all right.
I don't think that happens in that one.
Or
it happens in the anime. I don't
bunny
think it happens
ears
in that.
or whatever, you know, whatever it is.
Just roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
But that was another thing that Scott Snyder talked about, though, was how for Absolute Universe, he wanted to like flip the kind of dichotomy with Batman and Joker, where in, you know, traditionally, like Batman represents order and the Joker represents chaos, whereas here it is flipped. Like, Bruce Wayne doesn't come from a super rich family. He doesn't have money and resources and all that. Now, the Joker has all of those things. Batman is the, I'm going to throw a wrench in this operation that you have. So, like, you know, Joker is kind of the more, like, you know, figure of order, where it's like this, the crime and stuff is like, that's how it is. And then Batman is he is acting as an agent of chaos to disrupt that.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, it was really cool to see that flip. Yeah, I really dug it.
I can't believe that took 60 fucking years or whatever, but, you know.
Yeah, actually, that's
80.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah, I sometimes forget just how lengthy.
All the way
That
back to
is.
Detective Comics.
But, you know, at 52 minutes, we're now on to what was your favorite thing?
This is going to be a long one.
Well, mine was also.
I'm at the
Scott Snyder's.
podcast.
Oh, yeah. But my number 2 was probably Christopher Judge, his God of War panel.
I'm sad I missed that.
It was quite excellent.
Boy.
I got to shake his hand.
Oh yeah, you got to shake his hand.
That's true.
He complimented my nails.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah,
Super cool guy.
he's a really big dude.
Also, from that handshake, which was very not a like aggressive handshake at all, I know he could fold me, and there's nothing I could do. He would just, and I would just be done. There's nothing I could do.
And also I love how like you know, Oz just dropped the boy. Like he didn't like, there was no mention of it, but then of course at the end of the podcast end of the panel, you know, he was asked, you know, could you say, you know, the thing, and it drops it perfectly, and it was just chef's kiss.
I will have we have another Dragon Con story about, you know, famous people saying their famous lines during panels.
God.
So
We do, yeah.
I got my friend's Leviathan axe signed by him, and I didn't ask for anything. Which are the things I want. I paid for a photograph and the signature, and I was like, I will not be in this photograph. It is not for me. I just need you to hold this after you sign it. And he puts boy on top of his. I didn't say shit about just boy, which I'm pretty sure was supposed to pay extra for.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was really cool, really chill. Like, there were Kratos cosplayers at the panel, and I mean, he just took pictures with them just for shits and giggles, you know, right there after the panel ended. It was so interesting, like hearing him talk about the experience of playing Kratos and taking over the role from T.C. Carson, the former Kratos voice actor.
Oh, I didn't know there was a different Kratos. I thought he was always Kratos.
No, Christopher Judge is only in the most recent 2 games. Yeah.
Oh shit.
But Kratos was in a different place, literally and figuratively, and he was a little bit older now, so they wanted someone, and also they needed somebody who, because this is the first God of War game where Kratos was mocapped, so they needed somebody who had that size as well, and TC, the original voice actor, he's tremendous, but he's not a big guy, and so they went with somebody else, and his agent approached him with he goes, well, I got this thing for you, man. I don't know if you'd be interested in it or not. It is a video game, so just keep that in mind. And they sent over to Chris like the the story for God of War 2018. And when he said that when he read it, he called his agent back and says, I thought you said this was a fucking game. This is a movie. It's like, this is definitely like a movie. And the agent goes, no, this is a video game. He goes, are you sure? All right. And he goes, he says that he cussed the shit out of his agent. He's like, there's no way this is a fucking video game. But like he talked about like all of the extensive work that had to go into it. And
did he mocap as well?
He did.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he mocap and he talked about that experience, and how he talked about something that I didn't think about, but if you play those games, it makes perfect sense. During the cut scenes in those games, there will be like long sequences that are done, like for example, Caleb, I know you played the second one, like you think about the scene where at the beginning there's a knock at the door and then Odin comes in and then, it's Atreus and Kratos and Loki, and then Thor comes in as well. Like, and it's all shot seamlessly, but the camera is rotating around everybody in this confined space. Well, that's why they have to shoot it as one take. And if there's a fuck up, got to do that whole take all over again.
Oh shit!
Because that's the whole gist with both of the games is that there's never a break in it. Like it's one continuous thing unless you die.
Yeah.
Which you get a loading screen.
Yeah.
But like it's one continuous experience, and so it makes it very difficult. I think to probably shoot that. He probably has a somewhat of an idea of what's that fucking show, Adolescence? How they did the one shot.
Oh wow, yeah. Because that show was ridiculous though.
Yeah. Because it's like it's an hour-long episode. And it's one shot, and it's just like if somebody fucks up at minute 57, they have to just have an amazing editor because like. I'm gonna murder that person. Like,
kept it in.
If we got to start back over, fuck that.
And another thing, Jim, what's my fucking line?
The whole group just
right. Did he talk about the VGA speech?
He actually didn't talk about that
because that's what I would have asked him about. So if for the homies at home, or if you guys don't know, Christopher Judge has the longest awards, major award acceptance speech, period. He talked for, I think, was it like 12 minutes?
I thought it was 20-something.
It was a long fucking speech. They tried to play him off, and he just talked over the shit.
That is amazing.
And then the next year, he actually was if you win, they usually invite you back to be like a presenter the following year. And so he was like a presenter for like something, and he made a fucking crack that was not in the script. And he was like, yeah, you might have seen my speech last year. He was like, it was longer than the entire campaign for Call of Duty this year. and he caught some hate for that shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's incredible.
You can be mad all you want. It's probably true.
Yeah, he was like, fuck y'all, it's true. What y'all gonna do? I'm Christopher Judge.
I think probably my favorite part from that panel, the whole thing was great, but my favorite part is when he talked about some of the scenes that he filmed and like how he really had to like tap into being a good fucking actor to like get into the mindset for some of these moments. And the very second scene that Christopher Judge mocapped for 2018 God of War was when he goes back home, reaches underneath like the the storage area and pulls out the chest that has the Blades of Chaos wrapped up.
Ooh.
And like, if you guys have played that game, that 2018 God of War, when Kratos, he reaches down and like, you as the player, unless you were like heavy into spoilers, you don't know that the Blades of Chaos are even in this game. Because you're over halfway through the game.
It was a huge reveal, yeah.
You're over halfway through the game. The Leviathan axe has been awesome. And you're like, okay, well, what's he doing here? What is this? And then he unwraps them, and you see what they are. And then like he undoes the bandages on his arms, and you see like the scorch marks from the chains. And he ties them back on, and you see this grimace on his face that says so much. Like the look on his face says, I never wanted to do this again, but I will do this to save my son.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing scene. That was the second scene that he filmed.
Damn.
So yeah. And he did mention how like that was like a really emotionally kind of draining experience. He kind of had to like tap into, because he himself is a father, and he had to try to tap into like what it would mean for him to do something like this himself, to kind of get to that point. But it was fantastic.
I'd say, in my opinion, fucking spot on.
Oh yeah.
The thing that I didn't think about this until just now, but I'm actually surprised I didn't try to get Deborah Ann Woll for that panel, because she's the mom.
Is she?
Yeah.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
she even looks exactly like her. Like the model in the game looks exactly like her.
I had no idea.
Yeah. To the point where I was like, when the game happened, I was like, oh, that looks exactly like her. Yeah, like they don't even make it not.
That's fair.
Yeah, it looks exactly like her and everything.
I don't know how I never put that
we're
together.
talking about.
Oh, well, then it looks exactly like her. Okay.
Yeah. You pointed to me and go, yes, this actor name.
But yeah, she does the voice work and everything.
That's clearly her. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like very clearly her.
I don't know how I never even noticed that. Yeah. That's insane.
It's like it looks and sounds exactly like
it's
her.
the Clark Kent glasses.
That's
It's the hypno glasses. So when you look at him, you don't know who he is.
Dylan, do you have a pair of those yet? Hypno glasses?
No.
Oh.
What about you, Ace? Do you have a pair?
I do, but you never notice, and that's the point.
That's 4.
What? No, that's the one.
No, dog. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, Dylan, what was your favorite thing about Dragon Con?
Fuck.
I didn't. You did that at Dragon Con? I mean, people do.
Did not do that. Calm down.
It's common.
In fact, you know what? Because so many of mine were taken, I think one of my favorite parts is a line that you actually said, and that was that I have an aura of like safe for work or something.
Oh my god, yeah. He has an asexual aura because
I kept getting told over and over. It's like, all right, Dylan, this is going to be like a pretty adult themed convention. I was like, all right, that's fine.
at night.
Yeah, at night specifically. And I was told that. I was like, oh yeah, and we went and drank and stuff, and it was really fun. But I was like, I think at the like Saturday, I was like, man, like I know it's not supposed to be like out in the open, but I really have not seen a lot of like super adult themed stuff other than people drinking. So I like walked around just to see if I saw nothing. And then apparently I find out like the next day that he hadn't seen anything until he walked away from me, and then within like 5 minutes,
we split off from each other, and we were split. Like from the time that we split off to each other, we took separate Ubers back that night, right? Or did we meet back up?
we met back up.
We met back up. We were split off for what, an hour?
If that.
And in that amount of time, I saw several bits of nudity. I actually saw a giant parody on Chick-fil-A that said "Eat more ass," and they had the cow costumes on, and there was some girls that was shaking their booties. Too bad it wasn't your birthday.
I know. It was close.
It was close, yeah.
You just told him it was.
But yeah, I mean, it was just like you walked away from me, and immediately I just stumbled into R-rated Dragon Con. Now, to be fair, one of the places that I went after we split off was a place that in the app seemed like it was going to be chill, but then when I went into the room, I was like, oh, no, this is Yeah.
This is the sex room.
Yeah. There was not anybody in there fucking, but like, I think it was like this is where you hook up if that's what your plan is.
There is a Dragon Con polyamory group that I am in, and like I'm sure that was probably part of that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe next year they'll host a Peacemaker themed orgy. It's like the first person to show up dressed as Peacemaker can stay that way, but everybody else.
Or they have to call it, do you want to taste it?
Which I am so mad about season 2.
Man.
Like, Caleb told me about it. I was like, that's not cool. Then I watched it, and I'm like, no!
They changed
It's
the
just
song.
so wrong.
Okay, yeah.
It's so wrong.
And it's like my only real complaint, you know?
Yeah, like, so far, I've enjoyed the hell out of it. I've watched all 3 episodes. It's good.
Yeah. Episode 4 review coming up in a couple days.
2 things. One about that, anime changes the intro so much, and you love each one after a while. So, like, it's whatever.
Not this one. Not this one.
Yeah, it's not going to bug me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just, this one's really iconic. And
I agree. So are a lot of the ones that I really like. You get over it. You're fine.
Oh.
The other thing is, like, for clarity, I also did not go into any of the rooms that were likely or not likely to be more adult. I was just walking around like, surely I'll end up seeing something.
I think
Just to see if it happened. It did not.
the most I saw out and about was just lots of booty cheeks. Like an exorbitant amount of booty cheeks.
I
didn't
do
see a lot
believe we encountered the bunny night. The tail end of the bunny night. Like, we did see that.
Yeah, Thursday night in the game hall, that's when the homie Lauren got her first kind of eye-opening. Cause,
That's
like,
true,
when
yeah.
we sat down at the table, there was a chick, and she was a very tall lady.
And her dress was very short.
And yeah, she was very tall, and that dress was very short, and them cheeks was out.
And about.
Yeah. I actually saw one cosplayer, and they had on a G-string, and the G-string was thicker than the costume they had on. And I was like, why even bother with this?
Yeah. So yeah, Dylan's favorite part was not seeing no ass.
It was more like just hanging out with friends.
Yeah, because that booty was right behind you, the one that we were just talking about.
Yeah, didn't see it.
Yeah, it was literally directly behind you. And Lauren
I'm
was
sure
like,
if I turned around, it would have just...
Yeah, would have just vanished. Yeah.
maybe. That would have been weird. Like, all of her or her booty would just...
Just the booty.
or like the skirt just like had like a pin and it has an extra flap and it would have just fell
I
out.
don't know.
you
I'm not the cause of this. It just apparently happens around me.
Or like a giant superhero homies logo just comes up right behind him, just floating. Yeah.
Like a tumbleweed in the wind.
Was that the night that we got fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thursday night was something. I went real hard.
I want to say most of us did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went real hard to the point where like I barely drank for the rest of the con. Like you know that you front loaded your Dragon Con when you already done got super fucked up,
And it's not Saturday.
and it wasn't even Friday yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were mostly in the vendor hall on Friday, but I was so tired. Like I slept good as fuck Friday night because like I did not sleep good Thursday night.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so there is alcohol at Dragon Con.
A lot.
For those that might not have been sure.
Yeah, if you've never been to Dragon Con, listen, there is alcohol every like 30 feet.
Pretty much.
The bar at Dragon Con is kind of like a Waffle House. Like except they don't even go until they can't see the last one to build another one. They just build another one.
Yeah, for those of you, because are there Waffle Houses like out west, really?
There's not many up north.
No.
I was about to be like, what if you have people who were not in like the south?
Most of them are actually here.
Yeah,
Dollar
most of them.
Generals, maybe?
I think it's
that's
probably
also-
the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I don't. Whatever you guys have, that's
Whatever you
common
have.
where you're from.
Sheets,
Yeah.
Wawa,
Wawa, yeah.
Parker's Kitchen. I don't know.
Yeah.
That Del Taco or something.
That's true. Yeah.
Free Shabakadu.
White Castle.
White Castle.
Yeah. But whatever you have, like, listen, there's just a fuck ton of alcohol at Dragon Con.
There is. And we brought more.
Yeah, and like the culture, like the con has its own culture, right? There are cults, There's, just a lot of drinking. There's a fuck ton of people either obtain or make their own swag. There's a lot of trading and stuff like that. So
I think primarily all of the ribbons that I have, maybe one or two are not, but most of them are Cosmere.
There were a lot of Cosmere ribbons. A lot.
I still need to figure out how I'm going to put all mine on my badge and then, set it up.
Dylan, I want to hear this from you because you were actually the only person to make it into a Baldur's Gate 3 panel this year.
Did you guys not make it into the second one either?
No.
The second one's when the fucking meltdown happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because I walked over for that one and then was like, man, fuck this. What was the question?
Yeah, what was the panel like in BG3?
Well, first off, I'm pretty sure it started before I sat down. I mean, I was at the almost tail end. Mm-hmm. I saw Oz and Lauren, and I was like, I'm right here, come on over. And they were cutting it right here, 2 people in front of you. And I was
I was so pissed.
Oh. And then I sit down, and there's a whole section behind me. Now, granted, I don't think you could have seen, literally, I don't think you could have seen the stage from that spot. And they did not have a screen on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So, but there was a whole row that would have let you see. So I was like, why the fuck? And in fact, the people to my left, they were like, hey, can we sit there since you guys seem to be not bringing anybody else in so we can see? And they were just like, and walked off. They didn't even answer. They were just like, oh, well, and just left. And
I feel that the Westin was very poorly organized the whole fucking time.
Now, the panel itself was quite fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, yeah, we went last year, and it was fucking amazing.
I did have to end up looking up who was who. Because I am also, this keeps being a trend, I am only moderately a fan of Baldur's Gate 3. I love the game, but I'm not
Right. Yeah.
The only reason I got in and they didn't is because I'm very quick at getting through crowds, and I was like, all right, guys,
And unfortunately,
I'll scamper.
And unfortunately with Lauren's ankle, after she tore her Achilles tendon last year, she couldn't move as fast.
Yeah.
And we thought we would be able to just hop in line with you.
That was the whole game plan.
Well, unfortunately, you were at the end of that line.
There might have been 20 people behind me, if that. But
me and Kevin had more rum buckets by that point, and we had also just left the panel, so we got there, but drunk and too late.
They sat out there waiting for me, though.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
That's the thing.
But you had the voice actors for Halsin, Gale,
Karlach,
Minthara,
the Absolute, and the
And
narrator.
the narrator, yeah.
That's a great lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Last year we had, Karlach.
No, we didn't have
No, we had
Karlach.
Karlach last
Which
year.
she wasn't. Oh, she was at Momo.
That one year, yeah.
But she was not at Dragon last year. So we had
Lae'zel, Shadowheart, Will,
Astarion.
The squirrel.
Yeah.
There's another person though,
Yeah,
right?
the squirrel.
No, but I mean, there was another. Was the narrator there last year?
It's possible. Is whoever Jennifer English's actual real life girlfriend was also.
She was like mocap. She did a lot of the NPC mocap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we had a great lineup last year, but we kind of got the ones we didn't get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which was cool. Something the thing about it though, if Jennifer English had been there this year, she would have been the fucking star of DragonCon.
Oh God, yeah, because E33.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because she is also Mael, who main character, and she just would have been. She would have been the fucking star of the whole con.
Oh yeah. I'm actually very excited. I can honestly say I have a picture of all the main origin characters with me of Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, we both do. Yeah.
Do you have Karlach?
Oh no, I don't have Karlach. Yeah, sorry about that. She dies in a lot of my games. So.
No, but I got Karlach one year at MomoCon, and then we got the big one last year with the main cast, and then this year, me and Lauren got Gale. So now I just got to start getting the lower end.
Dylan just spun up. I want to know.
Yeah,
what
it was about one of the stories. I've told some of you. I don't know if I got to tell all of you because of the runaround, but like some of the cool things that I found out from the Baldur's Gate 3 panel. A lesser one, real quick, is that the Minthara voice actor actually likes Warhammer, which is kind of cool. I'm not really into Warhammer like that, but I thought that was kind of cool. Didn't see it coming. The other thing was that we were talking about, like voice acting and people learning how they did it and all that. Karlach's voice actor, what's her name?
Samantha Barrett.
Samantha. Well, whenever she went in to like do her lines, like one of the pretty early ones, she was doing her death. And she took it fine. Like apparently, like she did it really, really well.
You were telling me the story. Yeah,
She did it really, really well, and everybody else was like really choked up and stuff. She was like, "It's kind of cool. Yeah, I did pretty good. How was everybody else's for theirs?" And the people just did like a, and she went, "Oh, just me then."
She is hilarious. I really like the Lae'zel voice actors. Like just over time, like seeing them on social media and stuff.
It's so great. Yeah,
that's a character that dies a lot in mine.
Lae'zel. In the early access, I killed her every time. Because,
Same.
I just can't get past it. She's a bitch.
In the early access, she used to pop up. You used to have that section where you go on the outside, of the ship. And that's where she first popped up. And I would just yeet her right on off the edge. Before she could even say anything, I just bloop, and she would just go off the edge of the Nautiloid right at the beginning. I'd be like, goodbye. And then that was it.
She makes it through like every one of my playthroughs.
Oh, no, she's Bazel now, but in the early access...
yeah.
Because in the early access, you couldn't even go into the later parts of Act 1. Like, you couldn't even go to the Creesh or anything.
Oh.
So, like, you really could never get any of her development. It was just her being a big bitch to you.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, why would we even want this?
Yeah.
I don't have that kink, die.
Yeah. But I think Lae'zel is one of the best characters. Like, in the... In the
her character development is probably one of the best, yeah.
She basically has the Vegeta arc.
She really does.
Yeah.
Will was probably like the most fulfilling character to play through the game with.
Really?
Like actually being playing his character. Yeah.
He has a great arc too. And I never cared about Will until I met the voice actor, and he was just so fucking cool.
Yeah, he was.
I left that motherfucker at camp. Like the problem with it was, I almost always play spellcaster.
Mm-hmm. So you don't need
I didn't need more fucking spellcaster.
You can always
I have not technically finished my first playthrough. So I wanted to finish one before I went back and did other stuff, and I just haven't gotten back around to it. I still plan to. It's still there. I just need to...
I don't know if I should be ashamed about this, but I'm almost at 1,100 hours at this game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are. 1,100 is a lot, though.
1,100. Yeah.
That's like my time on Arc. I mean, I have like 1,300 hours on that game, and I play the game a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's my combined time for Divinity 1 and 2.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah.
I really probably shouldn't admit this one. I think that might be the amount of time I total played Team Fortress 2.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know my total amount of playtime on World of Warcraft, and I also don't want to know. Because I guarantee you it's absurd. Like, I have 3 months of playtime on a single character, like on a single one of my characters. Like 3 solid months of time. I don't know how many hours that is. I'm about to figure it out, but
that's a lot, dog.
Yeah, I know.
My version of that's League of Legends. I do not play it anymore. But yeah.
No one's judging here.
They should. And if you're upset by that,
I think the jarring part is like, we've all been gamers since like we were young, and we've spent countless hours playing video games. But Steam now like tells you how long you've played this fucking game, and I'm like,
this shit wouldn't,
right? Like,
wear that shit like a badge of honor. What do you mean?
1,100 hours.
So 3 months of playtime is 2,232 hours.
Bruh.
I have that on a single WoW character, and I have like. I mean, that's like probably my most played or second most played character. But like I have like probably like 5 or 6 characters that I have over a month on.
We may have problem. I don't know.
Fucking nerd.
That's gonna be my next button.
Fucking nerd.
Fucking nerd.
Oh, don't steal me saying that.
You totally should. It should be Dylan's.
I don't want to hear my own voice over and over.
So you'll never hear me say this ever, really, other than this instance. But there is a single Big Bang Theory joke that I enjoy. Just one, and it's actually a World of Warcraft joke. One of Sheldon's characters gets deleted, and like one of the other characters like, what are you gonna do? And he says, it's almost like all that time was wasted, and like I just think that's fucking funny.
That's pretty funny.
I like out of like 20 seasons or whatever, they had one fucking funny joke, but
I'm also not a huge fan of that show.
no, it's blackface for nerds. It's awful. But anyway,
I'm pretty sure you can't say that. But
I
anyway.
just did.
I don't think I said the same.
No, it's not.
It is just like it's like if anybody made a show stereotyping the fuck out of anybody. That's what it is. Like,
Anyway,
I mean, okay, yeah. Moving on.
Drewski put out a skit recently, and it was terrific. Anyways,
Who?
have no one here seen it, or no one here knows Drewski?
I don't even know what that is.
but like that is like a nickname for me at work
Oh, is it?
What?
because my middle name is Drew, and that's what I go by.
That's so
and
weird.
Oh,
You got a name?
yeah, and they call me that.
Well,
You should have told me it.
I know. It's on my Facebook.
No, the nickname.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to slip it in there once at least. Now.
that's fair.
Well, homies, you know who Drewski is, and I'm sure you guys got that joke very well. He just did a whole skit, very well done, where he went full redneck, white face. I mean, and it convinced he got like a professional makeup artist like doing
That is
shit.
amazing.
That is awesome.
And he went to like a NASCAR event, and it was fucking amazing. They all thought that he was one of them.
All right, after this podcast, can you send me that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
It was. He's done a lot of amazing skits. This is, I think, my favorite one. It was just.
Oh, that's amazing.
There's one part where like, there's this poor black kid who's going into the to see the races, right? The NASCAR races, and Drewski pulls up on him. And by the way, no one knows it except Drewski and the cameraman. Everyone else just thinks, He's like, "Hey boy, you lost."
Oh,
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Well, he wanted the full
By the way,
experience.
Drewski, but for the record, for those who don't know, he is actually a black person.
I had picked that up by now.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the only way this is funny.
Yeah. But it was hilarious because like afterwards, people from certain communities were very upset.
Of course.
I'll let you guys figure out which.
I was like, will I care about this community?
No,
Because I doubt it.
No, they were quite upset.
Boo.
Well, yeah, boo fucking who. The shit is hilarious though. I'll send it to you afterwards.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah.
That just made me think about I don't know if you've seen the compilation, but there's apparently Keegan-Michael Key and Bryan Cranston were in some shit together, and there's like a B-roll footage of just like his presence. Just Bryan Cranston cannot
Is it the
exist.
toilet scene?
I think it might be, but
Where
like
he just keeps doing this number and he
yeah,
just breaks it every time?
Bryan Cranston just breaks every fucking time, dude. He just cannot be in the same.
I don't
ring
think
with
I
this
could
person.
either.
That's the badge of honor. Like, if you can crack Bryan Cranston
Yeah, repeatedly.
yeah.
Not just once.
Yeah.
But
And
repeatedly.
once you'd be like, oh, it might have been a fluke. He might have been thinking of something funny. No, this man, I saw it like 4 different times at least.
So to get us back on track here,
We have tracks?
yeah, something like that. So, well, speaking of tracks, we actually it was just you and I at the Star Wars panel.
You, me, Lauren. I want to say Brendan was with us too.
Yeah, the Star Wars panel.
I thought you were there.
Oh, were you there?
Oh, you were there.
Oh shit!
There was a lot of people.
God
You were
damn.
you were next
I'm
to
sorry.
me.
A whole fuck ton of them. I'm pretty sure I was next
Yeah,
to
you
you.
were. You were. But we actually got great seats.
I was
for the-
sandwiched between Lauren and Brendan.
Oh, I remember this because this was it was the same place, same ballroom we did the Hobbits the first time.
yeah.
I
Where
figured.
we got stuck out there by that fucking ice cream truck for an hour and a half, and I could obviously like this. So you got to go to like the perfect weather Dragon Con. Like the weather was just like immaculate the whole time.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Must be part of your aura or whatever. It also comes with shade. But
Give it to him.
I can't,
Give it to him.
Yeah, and I can't put them away empty. Here we go. All right, so
He gets one.
we were stuck out there. Obviously, this was like a captive audience. It's fucking 95 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
There's a line of like 400 fucking people or more. Like, we got out there to line up for the Hobbits for like 2.5 hours early. Mm-hmm. And we're outside, and we were mostly in the shade. Like we were up kind of close, about where we were when we waited for Star Wars panel. We weren't quite that close. Mm-hmm. We were maybe, let's just say 20 people back, but we weren't out in the sidewalk yet. We were closer to the other side of where the fucking Spartans had laid out at.
That was great.
That was such a cool thing that just happened while we were standing there. And that happens a lot at Dragon Con. Like, you just be like, I can't believe that just fucking happened.
Yeah.
But,
that was like my last year when you go, I'll tell you.
No, we can.
So, last year, I was actually in that same line, waiting in the Hobbits. And, for one, we see fucking Astarion or Neil Newman just walk out. I was like, that's fucking dope. And then I'm over here, like, I look and I see, like, this dude who just walks up looking like Sam Winchester, like, just goes in to get into his car. I was like, that's a dope. That was Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
I straight up thought it was a cosplay.
Tiny addition, and then we go back to yours. Same thing happened. I don't know if any of you know of the show The Magicians.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Elliot. I saw when I was waiting in line to get Christopher Judge to sign my stuff. I see somebody walk by. I was like, "Well, that's a really good cosplay." No, he's going towards the booth.
Yeah. But
he's tall.
Anyway, it's like 95 degrees. It's hot as fuck. And this ice cream truck just pulls up in front of the Marriott right there. And they probably made like 10 fucking grand while sitting there. Yeah. But like, we weren't moving. We were there the whole time. And like the fucking ice cream truck song is just constant for 90 goddamn minutes. I swear a week later, I was like in my bed, like trying to go to sleep, and I could just hear that fucking tune. Yeah.
You just gotta lean into the madness.
Yeah. But anyway,
no
so we went to Star Wars panel. We were probably like 4 or 5 rows back.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I mean, we were dead center. I mean, we were like from here to the fucking ring.
Yeah, we were dope. Yeah.
And it was star-studded. John Boyega, Sam Witwer, Matthew Wood, the person that plays Morgan Elsbeth in Ahsoka and Mandalorian. Trying to think of who else. It was the guy that plays Alex Wove. If you don't know who that is, that's cool. He's the Mandalorian that has the cool fight with Bo-Katan in season 3 of Mandalorian.
Yeah, I think he uses a flamethrower pretty
and a
regularly.
jetpack. Yeah.
Jetpack.
And then there was somebody else on
Was it the
panel.
dude on the far right? The mystery one?
No,
that was Matthew Wood, who does all the... he does General Grievous. He actually does all the droids.
Yeah, the Roger.
Roger, that's him.
That shit's not auto-tuned, by the way. He just did it in the mic.
And that shit was fucking wild.
Yeah, and he actually has done sound editing for, like, basically every major Lucasfilm project for a long-ass time. He works for ILM. You can see him. He's all in the Light and Magic documentary that's on Disney+. But there was somebody else there.
Are you talking about the chick who fought Ahsoka?
No, that's Morgan Elsbeth.
Okay.
She was there.
Was it the lady next to her?
Yeah, it was the lady next to her. I can't remember. She was injured.
Yeah, her foot was hurt.
God,
I cannot remember
who did she
was.
play?
Yeah, I can't remember who it was either. It was not Katie Sackhoff.
No.
It was someone else. Anyway, apologies to you because we don't remember which person this was.
There was drinking between then and now.
There was a lot of drinking.
Yeah, there really was.
There was alcohol at Dragon Con.
And first off, John Boyega was the star of this thing.
Not in my opinion, but, you know, he was up there. He was up there.
Close second was Sam Witwer, obviously.
Mine's flip-flopped. Sam Witwer was just...
I love... Like I am a big Sam Witwer guy. And I like him personally more, but I think the biggest crowd pop was John Boyega for me. Because he kind of has that thing that like Hayden Christensen had several years ago where he's kind of on his like redemption tour right now, because in his mind, like, you know, a lot of people in reality hate the prequels, but it's like Hayden Christensen, like, from that negative fan response, kind of thought that was like really at him. And John Boyega is kind of the same thing, where it's like everyone fucking hates the sequels, so the Star Wars people must not like me. But that's actually not true at all. Like, he's very beloved by the fan base. As a matter of fact, I think many people are pissed the fuck off because of how he was treated, you know, by Disney, both as a character and in real life. And you know, there's just a lot, you know, around all of that. So for him to come out and get like this big outpouring of love from like the Star Wars fan base, which can be a bit toxic.
Honestly, dare I say, like, they are one of the worst, if not the worst.
Well, they are the original fandom,
Yeah.
so they also invented toxic fandom.
That's true.
They invented both.
Which I think on one of the very first podcasts I did with you guys, like, I want to say it was a Star Wars episode, and we talked about the Star Wars toxic fandom.
Yeah, and I mean, it definitely is there, and this was like a very positive room, and they really loved him, and he shared a lot of like cool kind of experiences from the set. Like he talked about like Harrison Ford rolled up like that the very first day they shot the scene with him and Chewie coming into the Falcon and being like, we're home or whatever. And he said like they had like a little gym on set, and Harrison Ford's in there on the fucking treadmill. He's like 75 or whatever, and he's like, yep, trucking it before the scene. And they're like, apparently him and Daisy Ridley were like peeking from like around the door.
They were fucking stalking his ass.
Harrison Ford, motherfucker. You know, and he said like Harrison Ford like came out the gym, like got a towel, like fucking, you know, brushed off, changed, and literally like walked onto the set and dropped the line, and everybody on the set just lost it. Like,
my favorite moment of that panel was someone asked Sam Witwer to say his famous line as Darth Maul, just basically screaming Kenobi, but he gives this little you know, the lead into it, and it was just so great to see it right like in person. Like Sam Witwer, like I was a fan of Sam Witwer from Smallville.
Yeah.
Doomsday, yeah. It was a very different rendition, but like I like Sam Witwer, and of course, but I love Force Unleashed 1. That was like, it was so good.
You like the second one?
I mean, it was okay. It kind of felt like how Assassin's Creed is, like how it just kind of got repetitive to me.
the second was more like a 4-hour DLC for the first one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gameplay is better, but yeah, I get
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like him as Maul, like I think is just perfect. Like I do look forward to seeing what he does with going forward with that.
I take it like there was no mention of Ray Park.
No Ray Park.
No, as a matter of fact, Sam Witwer has been Darth Maul in everything except for Episode 1. Mainly because, I mean, Ray Park is problematic. I mean, Ray Park wouldn't have been the voiceover anyway for Clone Wars, but Ray Park would have been in the Solo movie, at least. But Sam Witwer actually did the mocap for that.
What if they had gone back, like, what if Barry Allen had moved the chair and and we had gotten Benicio del Toro?
Oh, God.
I mean, because he was originally cast as Maul.
Was he really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then Ray Park just the stuntman, but then,
he's doing most of it anyway.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, like, why do you cast Benicio del Toro to be this, like,
silent
face paint? I mean, that's some shit that Kevin Feige would do. We're gonna have this fucking dark elf overlord guy that doesn't talk at all. Yeah. Well, let's get one of the best fucking British actors of his day. Let's get Chris Eccleston in here so he can sit on the ship and brood for 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Or Caecilius.
Oh yeah, Caecilius.
Let's get Mads Mikkelsen.
Let's get Mads Mikkelsen and just have him have nothing to do. Well, we won't fuck it up this time. Let's get Christian Bale.
But Sam Witwer did drop that amazing line.
Oh,
that was a highlight.
I do have a recording of it. I'm very like as soon as the question came up, I was like,
And it's the famous scene from Clone Wars because at the end of it, like he's just sitting there, and I can't remember who he's talking to. He may have been talking to Savage, which is his brother. I can't remember right now who he was talking to, but he's talking about Kenobi because obviously they meet in Episode 1 and the motherfucker cuts him in half.
Yeah.
And pretty much every time he met him after that, it went about the same, to be honest.
Yep.
That's like Shadows of War.
Yeah.
You keep killing the same enemy, they keep coming back.
Yeah,
Stronger,
it's fucking nemesis system. And he's just monologuing about how much he fucking hates Obi-Wan because, like, you know, he was on this path up. He was like Darth Sidious's apprentice and all this other shit, and then he ran into motherfucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. And pretty much every time he runs into Obi-Wan, he gets fucked up. And
you ever wonder though, like if he ever has mild regrets for killing Qui-Gon?
I don't think he does.
Or like, if I wouldn't have fucking killed his ass, I probably wouldn't have got chopped in half.
Yeah, he would have both his original legs though if he would have done that shit. But you know, he's just very calmly talking about like how he fucking hates Obi-Wan. And then he just
slowly builds and builds. And
and at the end, he just does this fucking giant, like, guttural, just Kenobi scream. And
that's dope.
And it was awesome.
It was very good.
And he was like, yes, people ask me to do this shit all the time.
He's like, yeah, you want me to, see, basically what you want me to do is scream at the top of my lungs every time I come and do this thing. So that's fun.
One, I loved how far back from the fucking mic he had to go
Yeah.
to do it.
He literally had to full lean all the way back.
Yeah.
But also, it took me until now to finally figure out what I had first seen him from. Being Human.
Yeah, that's right. He was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of that when it first came out.
I thought it was something else that I now forgot what I
That's
thought it
that's the
was, but
werewolf show, right?
The werewolf and vampire are roommates with a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I think it was another CW show.
Yeah.
It was on Netflix for a while. I remember. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a CW or not, but it's just like a random fucking show.
I was mostly making a joke.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Sam Witwer is also one of the few people to ever out-nerd Dave Filoni.
Mm-hmm.
Look that up. There's a whole thing about that.
Huh.
Yeah.
He did not talk about it at the panel, but...
When you know, you and Lauren were telling me like we're gonna go to the Star Wars panel, I was like, you know what? I want to go specifically for Sam Witwer, and I was not disappointed.
No, he's great, yeah.
Like I like John Boyega, like he's awesome, but Sam Witwer was why I was there.
John Boyega went into that American accent like effortlessly.
He did though. He did.
Because somebody asked him about it, because you know Daisy Ridley and him are both British, and like they have her talking a British accent in the movies, but they have him in an American accent.
It's probably because you can't actually do the American accent.
She probably can't fucking act, yeah, like they had this whole thing where John Boyega, like they asked him about it, and in the midst of him answering the question, he just flips to the American accent, and he talked like that for a while, and then he went back into his normal.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me how like British or just European actors in general can turn on that American accent, and I'm like, okay, I get that you guys are talented, but is it really that easy to do this? You know?
I mean, it's kind of like the way I do most of my British accents and stuff like that. It's something, once you start practicing it, you can do it.
I get it, but see, here's the thing. Most American actors have a shitty European accent, but European actors typically have a much better American accent.
I feel like Andrew Lincoln is probably the most surprising.
Yeah.
Because he just goes straight into like this straight up Georgia Southern twang, and I'm like, you're British, dude.
Right.
Damn.
Charlie Cox.
I was about to say, not to go into any specific stories, but meeting Charlie Cox.
God damn it.
That shit, was mind blowing. This was back at 2016 Comic-Con.
So speaking of, actually, you went to a Daredevil panel with homie Kevin.
I did. Yeah.
You should tell us about that.
I did. So I went to.
Well, hold on. You were telling us a different story though.
Oh no, I went to a Daredevil panel in 2016 with the homie Kevin, and this was.
But was John Bernthal there?
You know, that is an amazing observation, Oz, because actually John Bernthal was supposed to be there at this panel at Chicago Comic-Con, but he wasn't. He had other obligations to do, I guess. But, you know, it's crazy, right? Because I got this cool plaque from Chicago Comic-Con.
I've seen it. It's right outside.
Right there, yeah. And I got Charlie Cox to sign it. He signed right over Daredevil's picture. And then I got Elodie Young to sign it. She signed right over Elektra's picture. And then there's a space there that has the Punisher, who John Bernthal plays. And he couldn't sign it because he wasn't there. I'm not mad about it or anything. It's just an interesting story that comes up every once in a while. That was also on my birthday, on my 28th birthday.
For 9 years?
It was not 9 years ago. I guess like if you're keeping track, I mean, I barely remember the story. Even
I love how Caleb just checked out while you started.
Yeah. So the Daredevil panel. Is
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Let us know how that went.
2025.
This was a pretty good panel here. It was Deborah Ann Wall, Mike Coulter, and Vincent D'Onofrio.
I bet that was I bet that was good.
It was. Have you seen any of Daredevil?
Not the newest stuff.
No, just any of it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
First season at least.
The woman that plays Karen, that is who they showed you a picture of earlier. Like
Yeah.
the love interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the picture who Caleb brought up. Who was also apparently in God of War.
Yeah.
She's in the War.
She's the mom. She's
Is that who
Kratos'
that is?
wife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does look like her.
She was great because last year we got to see Mike Coulter and Vincent D'Onofrio.
That was such an amazing panel.
Did this panel devolve into a Vincent D'Onofrio panel? Also,
not as much.
because Mike Coulter got asked like one question.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty split between the three this time around. Thankfully,
Was there like somebody waiting at the mic the whole time, and then Vincent D'Onofrio was like, "I don't give a fuck about your question."
I don't give a fuck about your question.
okay, so not to the same degree, but like a little bit, and I think that maybe Vincent D'Onofrio this year, I get the feeling that like maybe he didn't quite want to be there that much.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's not that he was an asshole or that he was short with his answers, but just the way that he would answer.
Well, I will say last year, like I do feel like there was a handful of those questions that he answered. It didn't start out the way like I thought it was going to be a very short thing, and then he slowly,
he warms up.
Yeah,
that's kind of how it was here. So, if you haven't seen Born Again, there is a scene in that late in that season where he takes the commissioner and he crushes his head.
Oh yay!
And
he's an amazing kingpin.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But someone had a question for him, and they asked him something along the lines of, "What is it like to crush a human head?" and everyone in the room basically had seen Daredevil Born Again, so we all knew what he was talking about. But Vincent D'Onofrio, it was like, are you asking me if I've murdered somebody before? And if so, do you think I would divulge that information in front of all these people?
Also, how many Full Metal Jacket questions did he get?
He actually didn't get any this time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because last year it was like at least 4.
And I'm sure he's been getting those since the movie came out.
That's true. Yeah.
But then...
I did not realize that was the same person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But then he finally warmed up, and he was like, "Well, if you're asking me like first of all, it was like it was a melon that they used, and then like I think it was either Mike or Deborah. They asked, well, what kind of melon? Like, was it like a cantaloupe, like a watermelon?" And he goes, well, a cantaloupe would be entirely too difficult to compress. It was definitely watermelon-esque. So yeah, that was one of the weirder questions that was asked.
Ironically, I think they say that like a watermelon has a similar like structure as a human head. So like if you can a watermelon, supposedly you can a human skull.
Well, Vincent D'Onofrio, ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking Vincent D'Onofrio, scary individual.
I have not checked that. That's just a thing I've read once.
Unfortunately, like the moderator at the beginning asked people to not ask any questions about Born Again Season 2 because I for sure I would have loved the opportunity to just sneak something in there and so Mike, your role in Born Again Season 2, is it something that is comparable to what you've done previously as Luke Cage, or is it
just to see if you can
Yeah, I actually would have loved to try to trip him up with some shit. Be like, what was your favorite moment on the set of Daredevil Born Again or whatever? To see if he would like admit that he's in it. Because like he's not officially announced,
right?
But he was on this Daredevil panel and he's on the Born Again panel at New York Comic Con.
Yeah. So he's got to be in it. I probably would have asked something like, "What was it like reuniting with Christian Ritter on Born Again?"
Do y'all fuck in season 2?
So, I think if I ever, for whatever reason, wrote a story and it became big like that, right? I would get an actor that's not involved in the slightest on random panels just to make the fans think he's on there.
Yeah, just to mess with people.
Oh, that's evil.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Dylan.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, like imagine like if they had like an Avengers Doomsday panel and then they got like fucking Ewan McGregor up there.
Yeah.
So
I'm not in that fucking movie.
yeah, like and
But he's not allowed to say that.
Yeah. But like I guarantee you until the movie comes out, me and Kayla would spend copious amounts of time theorizing as to who this motherfucker's gonna be.
Yep.
It's going to be Obi-Wan in the movie.
Oh, that's the cameo. Like he's actually like it's like a picture of that. It's a video clip of him on BBC going, "That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi."
Well, Disney does own both,
Yeah.
properties. They can do whatever they want.
That is a scary thing.
Do they
could
own
that.
everything yet?
They're working on it.
They don't own DC.
No.
If that ever happens, we're in trouble.
Oh boy.
All right, so that was an hour and 45 minutes. Let's go around and talk about like what was the best or like most outlandish cosplay that you saw at the con. We can start down here this time with the OG homie Supreme Dylan.
AKA Silly Dilly.
I think my favorite... This is a very impressive cosplay, and actually you were here with me on this one. This is a very impressive one, but the reason this is my favorite is because it doesn't technically involve the cosplay itself. Like, it's there, but you'll understand in a minute. So, you, me, and the homie Kevin, we're all walking into, I think, the Marriott, right? We're just walking, we're not right next to each other. You and I are probably, about a room's worth apart, but we're in the general zone.
Yeah.
Kevin's getting a picture about something, 15 feet or so away. And we're standing there, and there's a very impressive... I want to say Space Marine behind us. One of the variants, I don't know them, but Warhammer thing. Very tall, very big.
I think I remember seeing that one.
Yeah. So we're standing there, and I'm like, man, that's really cool. And we're just looking at some stuff. There, off to the side, there was I think a Mario who had a fishing rod with a question block or whatever, and people would hit it, and the person next to them would throw a coin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
And they were pretty good at being sneaky about it. I didn't notice it first. But we both look up, and we see Brandon.
Okay.
Right? He's walking this way. We were like, oh shit, hey, we're like, you think he's gonna go over here? Looks into Ace's eyes. And then just, like, if you're Ace, he just goes,
He's done that to me a few
walks
times.
off, and then he stops. He, like, goes between us and Kevin. Stops, turns around. I was like, oh, he noticed. Pulls his phone out to take a picture about the Warhammer thing. I'm doing this in the background somewhere. I don't even know if I'm in the picture, but I did this number just like nothing. He just kept going.
That is amazing.
It was almost impressive how he didn't notice the three of us. Like that's like Nat winning 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
We are stationary. There are people moving around. We are stationary. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite. I'm sure there's other cosplays and all that, but
That's like having advantage on the roll, but then getting 2 1s.
Yeah.
I will say that, every year at Dragon Con, there tends to be, not every year, but most years, there tends to be like that one cosplay that everyone fucking did. Mm-hmm. And I was not thinking it, for some reason, I was not thinking that it was going to be the baguette outfit. But
everyone did the baguette outfit, and like we actually even had a Kelsier.
We had a baguette Kelsier.
That's not how you pronounce his name.
Kelsier. It's pronounced Kelsier.
It's an Expedition 33 reference for those of you wondering why the fuck
there were a number of people at the con and not at the con wondering that same question.
The on the official Dragon Con like social medias or even the unofficial ones, it was so funny because like every 5-6 hours you see somebody being like, why is everyone cosplaying this French man? I don't understand.
I will say this. This is a cosplay that I've seen almost every year, but I didn't see it this year. At least not the same one, and that is Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
I did not see a massive hat. I am disappointed.
I also did not. I did see a Doug Dimmadome. Mm-hmm. The owner of the
Okay.
just making sure that we were talking about the same guy.
The very same.
But it was not the one.
Yeah.
There is one that comes to Dragon Con, and their hat is like fucking insane.
I was waiting for. I didn't realize there was one that came to Dragon Con. I love that we're avoiding the name.
It's like a 12-foot.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Doug Dimmadome?
The owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
Yes, that one. The very same one.
Not his son. Not Dale Dimmadome.
Yeah.
Co-owner of the...
No.
Okay.
Yeah, not Douglas Dimmadome, but just Doug.
Dimmadome?
It's actually Dale Dimmadome. He's a character.
Oh.
And there's like an addition to the thing.
He's not the owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
No. He's the heir. He's the son and rightful heir of Doug Dimmadome. Owner is Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Oh, okay.
Does he also have?
I just hate you all.
Does he also have?
I think he had a smaller hat.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I can't remember. He shows up in like one fucking episode. But no, I really was hoping to see a cosplay of it with like the hat that has to be strapped on, and you have to like take it off to get through some areas and put that shit on.
I don't know if that Doug just wasn't here this year, or if we just missed him.
I mean, there's a fuck ton of people, and I'm sure we missed most of them.
Oh yeah.
What if he just became a regular Doug?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, that's blasphemous.
Yeah, he just became a standard Doug. What if like his hat got knocked off and he just instantly?
no. Oh, no.
He just became a fucking NPC.
Oh, that's the worst.
Have either of them read that book?
No,
Okay.
no, they're Oz is closer, but
I didn't
he's
think
still
so.
got a ways to go.
I'll get there.
It's one of the standalones. It's a very cute book.
Yeah, you're not gonna love it, but you'll like it. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's Princess. You like Princess Bride?
Yeah.
Oh, you like it? Yeah. It's straight up like, what if Princess Bride was in the Cosmere?
No shit.
It's close, yeah.
So I got a couple that I had to do some honorable mentions. One, I came across a fucking Nightingale from Skyrim.
Oh shit!
Like, they found me. I was like, I was sitting there.
Of course they did.
Right? Yeah. So I got that. I got that.
That's dope.
That's not.
Was he? The camera, the thing he was in the way.
My bad.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Another honorable mention. It was definitely up there. The Minoko from E33.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sure everyone saw that. It was so good.
There was an incredible one.
Yeah.
And another honorable mention for me was the fact that there was a dude wearing a cat on his head.
Oh
We
yeah.
saw that dude.
He was walking around with a live cat.
It was a live cat.
I didn't know if that guy was cosplaying as anything.
No,
I don't
He's
think
just
he
a guy
was,
that
but
does
that was still fucking dope. The fact that he was walking around with a real cat on his head the whole time.
Like he was Dr. Briefs from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Like, so, like, Caleb, I, and Lauren are sitting in the food court, and this dude goes walking by. I was like, that's a fucking cat on that dude's head. And, like, Caleb looks back, he's like, no, that's a fake cat. I'm like, no, motherfucker, that is a real cat.
I really did think it was a fake cat. Mainly because we have 7, and not a single one of them would tolerate that shit for more than 5 minutes.
I agree.
Yeah, that cat was super chill. So I don't know if he sedated that motherfucker or what. But that was impressive.
I do have another one I would like to talk about because I thought it was really awesome. It was very niche, and Jazz and I have even talked about cosplaying these people. But Nadia from What We Do in the Shadows.
that one was really cool.
I really enjoyed that. I was going to do Laszlo one year, and Jazz is going to do Nadia.
Fuck yeah.
I think that's going to be pretty fun. I think there was one more I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. The one that we all saw, the mashup of Xena Warrior Princess and John Cena,
Yes.
a.k.a. John Xena.
That's who that was.
That was amazing.
That was great.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
Those were my top
My
cosplays I enjoyed.
I took a look at my my camera roll.
Yeah,
and I did
that's
remember
it.
one. I didn't think about it until you did that. I did remember one that was really cool. Who also incidentally was at that same Baldur's Gate 3 panel and asked a question. The really, really cool Karlach.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you saw that.
I saw a lot of Karlachs. I saw a lot of all kinds of Baldur's Gate. So, like, it's possible I did see this person. That is a very good Karlach.
And then the other one was a cosplayer of Tim from Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail. Found him in the vendor hall.
That's amazing.
So I always like to try to predict like what cosplays we're gonna see in the future based on trends and what's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So not 2026, but 2027, I suspect to see a lot of Doctor Dooms.
I'm
Probably,
sure.
yeah.
There was an amazing Doom there this year.
I did see a really good Doom.
And there was actually some pretty decent Fantastic Fours too.
We saw a 1990 where he had the probably a better prop than they actually had for the movie.
And he looked like he might murder someone.
Just had the one bendy arm.
Yeah.
You know?
I did not that one. I saw a different one then.
No, this is the 1990. He was definitely like it was the end limo scene.
Yeah.
He had the one arm with just the one elbow bend in it.
Oh man.
I did see a really dope Lune from E33.
Oh hell yeah!
We were walking through the vendor hall. I saw it. You did not. But like she had the actual like E33 uniform. She even had the God, I can't remember what it's called, but her magic thing, her ink splatter or whatever it is. Like she had one that actually hovered over her hand.
Oh damn!
Well, I'm pretty sure it was there was something. Yeah, but it was pretty dope.
That is cool as shit.
Oh yeah,
I still haven't played the game.
you should. It's really good.
Speaking of which,
I'm gonna get around to it. But.
So there's been Baldur's Gate 3, now E33. I don't think there's a trend here, but what video game do you think would capture the nerd zeitgeist next, and that we'll see more cosplays of?
Half-Life 3. Follow the 3 trend.
Oh god! Yeah, I mean
It's a joke. They can't count to 3.
I'll be honest. This might be the first Dragon Con where I haven't seen a single Half-Life cosplay. Like it's just fallen out of the zeitgeist so much because, like, traditionally you would see one of the what are they called? With the thing on their head or whatever. I forget what they're actually called.
They're not face huggers. I can't think of what they were either. But my shitty joke for this is, so it's decayed over time.
Yes, it has.
Half-Life.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
But
I'm okay with that.
there's two types of nerds.
Yeah. And I'm apparently both of them.
Me too.
Your anger only fuels me.
Yeah.
I actually did see a legit face hugger cosplay.
Yeah, from Alien.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
But Half-Life has like a similar thing, and
I can't remember what
you'll
they're
typically
called,
see
yeah.
one of those. And
Yeah, see, I never played Half-Life.
You'll typically see a G-Man as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean Half-Life 2.
I mean, that's old.
A lot of people don't understand like how much that Half-Life 2 revolutionized video games.
Oh, yeah.
But it truly did. I mean, like with both Half-Life 1 and 2, and I think part of the reason that they haven't made a 3 is like video games were completely different before Half-Life 1, after Half-Life 1, and the same thing with Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 was the first video game that had physics. Like, it was the first game where, like, oh, there's a barrel over there. Oh, I could pick it up and throw it or do something with it.
Oh, shit.
That was not a thing before Half-Life 2. And it wasn't really a thing, like, in a different game for a long time after, because there was a bunch of shitty implementations of it. Even to the point where there was a point in time where people actually bought physics cards to go in their computers to calculate video game physics. Like, it was like a separate thing, like a graphics card.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That lasted about 5 years.
Incidentally, because I ended up bringing up the game earlier, Half-Life is a direct reason why we have Team Fortress 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a...
It was a
I
lot.
remember the Orange Box special that came out, and I believe it came with Team Fortress 2, Half-Life, and Portal. Mm-hmm. And I know my entire friend group played the fuck out of it, but I didn't have a PC, and fuck if I was going to get one just to play this thing. So
No, like Team Fortress
But didn't
1,
you do that for Baldur's Gate?
okay, right? Yeah. Team Fortress 1 was because of Half-Life. It was like a mod of Half-Life.
oh shit, okay.
So like it literally is only a thing because of.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
I did see an an engineer from.
I did see one as well, actually. He
Team
had little,
Fortress.
I think he had little turrets.
That counts as a Half-Life cosplay. I mean, it started off as a Half-Life mod.
That's pretty removed.
It's same universe.
I don't know if that's confirmed for the second game.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's I think it's good enough.
I'm gonna say no on that one.
Fucking nerd.
Fucking nerd. Maybe that'd be my nerd.
You said that twice now. This podcast episode.
Oh, I did, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, that is this. Yeah.
I'm supposed to have memory issues.
There's a lot going on in here, Dylan.
Constantly.
There's a lot going on in here.
I'm trying to think. I did see a really good gender bent Cloud and Aerith, and I always appreciate those.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of the. I saw a few, but not a ton of the Pyramid Head.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Yep.
I think I saw one.
There was an unpainted Space Marine. I don't know if you guys saw them, but like that's a really funny thing in the community. Like, you know, obviously for Warhammer, like if you know anybody that's into Warhammer, they're typically very into it. But it's a whole thing, you know. It's one of those hobbies where it's like, okay, well, I spent $400 on my army, and so you also got to spend $400 on your army.
Oh damn!
Which is why I never got into it.
Yeah, and like obviously, like the 3D printing has brought a lot of people into the community, and there's a fuck ton of gatekeeping because it's like, oh well, I have the official models, blah blah blah, and like if your shit is like even like 0.1 millimeters off, they'll be like, you can't bring that shit in here.
Yeah, literally. And
Wow.
Because I had a 3D printer, I was like, oh, I'll finally get into this. I don't have to spend $300 for a starting army. That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah,
But no, we was like, yeah, Games Workshop shuts down any STL files that they find, which is the files for 3D modeling. They shut down any of them that they find. So it's hard as fuck to find anything. And if you do print it, you either have to play with your friends, or that's it, because they will not let you in game shops.
Yeah, anything that they officially sponsor, you can't.
Yeah.
And even like stuff that's like unofficial, it has to be the exact scale. And I do understand that because the way that like movement in that game works is you actually have a ruler. And it's like you can move this far. So like if your model is a little bit smaller or bigger, that could actually have a gameplay implication.
Okay.
That part makes sense, yeah.
But yeah, like just the gatekeep over it. And even further than that, so they have a thing called gray shame, and that's like if you show up and your shit's not painted, because you're supposed to also spend 50 hours
painting all of your shit.
And not like the way you want to paint it. No. They have like this is how the model looks. This is the exact $40 paint you need to buy, and like all of that.
Okay, now. Yeah. So.
Yep.
So to a degree, I don't like it, but I understand you wanting me to paint my models in order to play the game with the rest of you. But if they're supposed to look that way, then why don't they just come like that?
Right.
Fuck you.
Because fuck you.
On top of all of that, when you buy your models, you have to assemble them.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't come
So
together.
you remember that orc that you bought me one year? I think it was at Dragon Con a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bitch is still in the box because I have not brought myself to glue the bitch together.
And it's a fuck ton of pieces depending on how big that thing is.
Yeah. Henry Cavill is really into it.
He is.
And I like when other people, you know, get into Warhammer because of Henry Cavill, because Henry Cavill is also a cosplay nerd, and so you see it will just.
I keep forgetting he was. For some reason, I forget he was. Yeah, or is.
Yeah, motherfucker just calls up Brandon Sanderson and shit.
That's
Madness.
wild.
Yeah, can't do that.
He should totally play Dalinar if they ever do a live action. Just saying.
I agree, 100%.
I can see that actually.
I got that idea from Lauren. It lives rent free in my head now.
Well, because he called up Brandon and was like, "I can't be Kaladin, can I?" And Brandon's like, "No, because number one, by the time we get this thing out, you're gonna be like 55, and number two, he's Asian."
It's never stopped before.
For the Warhammer nerds, before we fully leave this part, I started to try and put together a Yanari army. We saw where that went. It's right here.
I actually have. I have a full Vampire Lords army and a full Fire Slayers army.
Well, you do fantasy, right?
Yeah. Well, I prefer 40K, but like the only people I know that actually play Age of Sigmar, and so I have both the armies, and I just don't ever play it because it's just too much, right?
That's the other thing. You have to dedicate probably this room to it for possibly days.
But I love the video games. Like the video games are amazing.
The story is really cool. It's probably just not something I'll ever really get into.
Yeah.
I have D&D minis and Cosmere minis that I haven't painted yet.
And that's what I do with all my Warhammer minis. I mainly just use them as D&D minis.
Like, honestly, any board game that we don't play regularly that has minis, I usually just take them and put them on the shelf.
Yeah. Poor Descent, like, that's an amazing game, but unfortunately for Descent, it comes with, like, the most incredible fucking minis.
And I've used them a good bit of times.
They don't even live in the box. They live on the D&D shelf. If we ever actually try to play Descent, we're going to be fucked because I don't know where they all are. Before we go too into the weeds, did anybody else have any notable cosplays that they want to talk about?
There was a lot of really cool anime ones.
You'll have to tell me about them.
WTF NBA.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, WTF NBA. Like, what was, like, the best?
So,
I saw a couple Sage Mode Naruto. I know what that one is.
Actually, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I saw 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
I saw Broly. I know who that is.
Nice.
Was it dope? Did he have a blanket?
It was actually a really good Broly, yeah.
I love
yeah.
it, Broly.
Yeah, it had ear blanket.
So this one is a little bit closer to like an honorable mention, but there was 2 people who were doing an Alucard and Ceres from Helsing Ultimate.
I know one of those.
Alucard?
Yeah.
Oh, like the red.
Yeah.
Nice,
He looks like a vampire male Carmen Sandiego. Yeah.
Yes. I can't even be mad. It's true. Hold on, I had scampered. It was while we were in line for one of the Cosmere things, and I was just like, I'll be right back. And I ran over there.
Oh.
Now, granted, he's way shorter than Alucard is, and she's taller than Ceres is, but I never shame anybody for not being a perfect match for their fucking outfit.
Right. Because honestly,
that is a great Alucard.
Plus,
oh, damn.
she has a almost accurate sized fucking cannon.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, she shoots
Jesus
that bitch.
Christ.
She like just shoots it. She's a police girl who got turned into a vampire because she would have died otherwise.
Oh.
Hate when that happens.
Really good anime. It's quite dated. I wish they would continue it. I doubt they ever will. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, there was a few other pretty cool ones. There was a lot of arcane ones that I really liked.
I did see. Honestly, there's always a good bit of Vi. I love.
There was a good bit of Victors as well.
Oh, I didn't
Like
see any
really
Victors.
in-depth Victors, like different variants of him.
Oh shit!
There was a fuck ton of K-pop Demon Hunter.
There was a lot. I was okay with it.
Yeah.
I never watched the movie, so
It's pretty good. You don't have to watch it. It was quite enjoyable. I liked the message behind it. I saw some of the my favorite ones out of the K-pop Demon Hunters was the couch variants. When they were in like robes and they had their hair up in the towels. In the scene, they're just like chanting "couch" as they walk towards us. So every time I saw one, I just go "couch, couch, couch, couch."
One of the things that to your kind of question there, like as far as which video game is going to capture the zeitgeist next,
shit, that was a question.
We wouldn't have known it was E33 last year, so.
That's fair. Like, until he mentioned it to me, I had no idea it was releasing. I didn't know what the hell it was.
Same.
Also, can we just say now, if that doesn't get Game of the Year,
I agree. Like that game is amazing.
It'd be like if Baldur's Gate hadn't won.
Right.
You know?
Pandemonium. I am a little shocked I didn't see as many. I always called her Needle, but I think her name is Hornet from Hollow Knight.
Oh, right.
Well, the Hollow Knight and the second game that just got released and broke multiple fucking game websites.
Game platforms like
Nintendo, Steam. There was like 1 or 2 more.
PlayStation
Store, Microsoft Store as well. Broke them.
Yeah, the new
So many people
Hollow
were
Knight
like,
Silk
"I
Song,
want this.
yeah.
Buy it on drop."
Yeah, I think Outer Worlds 2 is going to be a big deal, but I don't know if it'll be. It's not going to be like E33 size. I think that Hades 2 has a decent chance. I would love to see some Hades 2 cosplays.
I haven't played it. I never did beat the first one. I just happened to not get around to it yet. But I'm a little shocked there weren't more because that game's been out for a little bit now.
For what, Hades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see a few Solid Snake cosplays.
I didn't see any.
No? Well, that's because he's really good at his job.
I saw an Ocelot. I didn't see any snakes.
And I must be There was an
you
Ocelot?
saw an Ocelot?
What?
Bro.
I fucking love Ocelot.
He's my favorite character.
I don't know about favorite, but he's up there.
It was without the hand. I don't know if dude
okay, so
had
old
his
Ocelot.
hand in the sleeve, or if he just really was
Was
an amputee and was just like, this is the perfect fucking cosplay for me.
I
we
would.
went two different directions.
I would.
God damn.
You went a little dark there, didn't you?
I didn't think about it. It just popped out.
He needs a what's the other character? Is it Ryzen? Is that the other?
The
ninja? Raiden? Yeah.
Raiden.
You need to do a Raiden cosplay with it, you know?
God damn.
Even when I was younger and I played through 3 for the first time, I think, even then, I was a little weirded out by Ocelot's weird relationship with a revolver.
Yeah.
That's why I
like-
loved him.
I was like, man, revolvers are really cool. And then he kept going on about,
I actually
I'm
have a
uncomfortable.
figure at home of Metal Gear Solid 1 Ocelot.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's sitting on our shelf somewhere.
Fucking nerd.
I always say too, like you can judge cosplay, like you can use cosplay to judge kind of like where the cultural zeitgeist
True.
is, and I gotta say, like, you can definitely tell the MCU has lost some inroads because a lot of the Marvel cosplay, like I did see some Thunderbolts, it was really good. There was a John Walker that was excellent.
Yeah, I did see that
with
one.
the bent shield and everything. And I did see some Fantastic Four or whatever, but it was nothing like years past with like Deadpool Wolverine or back when you would see like in-game Thor. I don't think I saw it, but maybe one of those. Mm-hmm. And most of the Marvel cosplay that I saw was from '97. You know,
Oh yeah, X-Men. Yeah.
it would be X-Men cosplay. Mm-hmm. I saw a ton of Rogues. I saw a ton of. I even saw Omega Red. Which I mean, is not even in '97. That's like from the OG.
He's got a cameo.
Yeah. I mean, like briefly. I mean, in that case, fucking every Spider-Man that you saw also was an X-Men '97.
Yeah, I mean, but you can see Spider-Man anywhere. If you saw Omega Red anywhere on TV, it was from that cameo.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
I saw more Invincible than I saw MCU.
Yeah.
I saw one. I really missed a lot of these things. I saw one Invincible, and it was after one of the times he got his ass kicked. So it was a good cosplay. Yeah,
I saw that one.
But
That was good.
when it comes to shit that HBO has drugged through the mud, you hardly saw any Game of Thrones, and you hardly saw any Last of Us.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I remember the year the first season dropped. We went to that really hole in the wall con, and there was this whole group that did.
Everybody.
They did the clickers.
Yeah,
they did
Oh,
and they
that's
were
cool.
very good.
Yeah, but we also saw a lot of Joels and Ellies at that too, and even a Marlene.
Well, I mean, it's a fairly easy, not the clickers, but it's a fairly easy cosplay to do.
Yeah, but I still didn't. I don't think I saw any at Dragon Con.
Hell, even Easton did Ellie that year.
Yeah.
I will say this in terms of thinking about cosplays that I think we will see. After seeing those recent pictures of Chris Evans that people have been going crazy over, we're gonna see some Hydra caps
Yeah.
pretty soon.
I mean, I think that after an Avengers movie, there's going to be a lot. I think next year there's probably going to be some Doomsday stuff. But yeah, I mean, just from this year, I mean, I guess a lot of that comes down to as well. Fantastic Four, either there's no midline with that. You either go real basic and you just wear a suit, like a Fantastic Four suit, or you got to go crazy and you do the molded fire or the Thing outfit. And I actually did see I think at least 2 people in a full the Thing suit, which was awesome.
Someone missed them too.
Yeah, Fantastic Four is difficult except for Sue Storm.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, there were so many of those.
I didn't see any.
They were hanging out with all the John Cena cosplayers.
Okay.
Holy shit!
I saw the photo shoot. It was crazy how many of them showed up.
Was it?
Yeah.
How many showed up?
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it.
Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about before we wrap this thing up?
Maybe they need to not put the Baldur's Gate in that same fucking room.
Or maybe get some people who know how to fucking organize lines.
So I will say that there was an incident in the West End, and it was chaotic last year as well, but not as chaotic as this year. The gaming track is in the West End. Dragon Con is divided up into different tracks, and each track has their own little area where their stuff is held. The gaming track in the West End typically does not have something like Baldur's Gate where like 8 million people want to come look at it. Like last year, it was like the main thing at the damn con.
Yeah.
So I'd say prior to last year, you really didn't have like Christopher Judge coming would have been like the thing, you know. You really didn't have this thing where it was like this was the center of attention. So like unlike the Marriott or the Hyatt or the Hilton, they don't really have these giant ballrooms where they have the ability to put the line outside and have this really like orchestrated thing. I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying that's the situation. And there was an incident with the Baldur's Gate panel on Sunday where shit got way out of hand. It became a safety issue because they weren't sure what the fuck was going on with the line, and they kept like trying to send people different places. Like lots of people piled onto the escalators at one point, and it just became a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, me and Lauren got wrapped up in that shit.
And the situation was...
And we got there 2 hours early.
Yeah. And I mean, fortunately, we have a friend who works for the safety team, and they escalated it up to like the head of the safety team, and it's going to be addressed. But yeah, that was a super unfortunate incident. When we went to the panel last year, it was kind of a clusterfuck too, but not to that extent.
No, like I was a part of that panel. Like, yes, it was a clusterfuck, but at least there was at least a clear idea of what they tried to do. There was no idea. Like, they had us go up the escalator to wait for a little bit, go down the escalator to wait for a little bit. Then they had us, when they started moving the line, we get up the escalator to go in. They're like, no, you got to go back down. At that point, we were like, fuck it, we are leaving.
So, I imagine the year previous was closer to my line experience.
Probably.
I got up there, I was on the opposite end of the hall as the thing, and I was like, is this the Baldur's... Like, because they were aiming in the right direction. I was this the Baldur's Gate? And she's like, I'm pretty sure. It was a person in line. Not like a badge person, whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Got in line with them. And then at a point, they were like, hey, there's too many people. We need to send from this point back up to the next floor to line up there. Mm-hmm. But it was all still fairly clear. People were to the sides. You know, they lined them pretty good, you know, and they did count and cut off at a certain point. Like I said, there was a whole section, but I don't know if they were counting that because of view, blah, 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 etc.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's that. And I was at the start of that because I was like, oh, you know, I'll go.
Yeah.
I wanted to experience Baldur's Gate 3 with my friends who are really, really hyped about it. Like I experienced, Absolute Batman with my friends who were really hyped about it. How I experienced the Star Wars one. That's kind of what my con experience was, or like the focus of it, because like I didn't plan much. I was like, I will just go with certain friends whenever I'm mildly piqued on an interest and experience them being hyped because that's fun. But I got in line with you for a little bit and I was like, oh, this is bad. Mm-hmm. And I just said, fuck this and left.
Yeah, you did.
Apparently just in time.
You abandoned us.
I did. You should have followed the rat off the boat.
We probably should have.
And I will say, like, that was an issue this year, for sure. Probably the other major issue that I have with the con, and, like, I don't think it was as major as that, was the badge line on Thursday was the most chaotic I've ever seen it.
That was weird.
Twisty, fucking intertwining.
Normally, it is not like that. They normally have, I'd say, probably 3 times the amount of people out there managing that line, and
So
they
like
usually
9
have
people?
a dude with a big old giant stick that says end of line, on it. They didn't have any of that. Like they basically only had people at the cross sections.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody knew what was going on. It was just like, I'm gonna follow this stream of people and just hope it will eventually get me inside. And I mean I that was definitely a failing on their part. Normally, it's a lot more organized than that.
But in the slightly better side of it, the vendor hall line was immaculate.
It was perfect.
Oh,
Yeah. And I do miss the days. Once upon a time, there was not a line. I think your first year, we didn't have to. There was no line.
Oh, I remember specifically my first year because there was a small line at least.
Yeah.
We tried to cut in at a certain point, and some asshole called us out.
Well, that's because I wasn't used to there being a line.
Yeah.
For my first 10 fucking Dragon Cons or whatever, there used to not be a line to get in there. But when
It kind of needs to be though.
Oh, I agree. When COVID popped off, like that next year, they started capping it, and they have raised the cap on it some, but they also
shouldn't.
widened the aisles, and like it is. Let me tell you, it is so much easier to get around in there now than it used to be when there was no cap and the aisles were narrower. Because I mean, it literally would be like there's a stream of people going down the aisle in each direction, and then you have like one human being worth on either side. So if you want to stop and look at a booth, you step out of the flow, and then you're like this up against the booth. And that's how it used to be in there.
And the cross sections.
Oh, the cross sections would just be a fucking nightmare. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, it used to be really rough in there, and so I'm really glad that they changed
I don't
it.
get social anxiety very much at all. Like, except for when I can't move. Last year, I felt it trying to walk through, I believe it was the Hyatt. I was on the second floor, and by the end of it, I wanted to shoulder check a motherfucker off a balcony. This year...
claustrophobia.
Huh?
I think that's just claustrophobia.
I think so, too.
Which I also have, yeah.
But then this year, it was the vendor hall when I was trying to find you guys, when me and Lauren were coming down. After we found you, I was trying to find Jazz, and that... I wanted to throw some people.
I didn't run into anything like that this year. As a matter of fact, the only time my claustrophobia got triggered at a con recently was actually at fucking Soda City, which is like a fucking way smaller con, like 2,000 or 3,000 people, but it's also one building that's a lot smaller. And you really only have two sections of that. You have upstairs where there's like concessions and like your guests and a couple panel rooms. And then you have the downstairs, which is where your game room and your vendor hall is. And that's it. There's one set of escalators that goes in between the two.
Ooh.
And it was like the middle of the day on Saturday. There was a ton of people there. And I go up to the homie James, and he's sitting there, and I'm like, hey, man, what you doing? And he's like, there's a line to get on the escalator. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to go get in the concession line, which was long. I was like, I'm not hungry, but by the time I get through this fucking line, I will be. And obviously, I can't go back down to the vendor hall right now. So I get in the concession line, and by the time I get through the concession line, I have my food. I was, in fact, hungry. I was eating it, and I was like, oh, cool. This fucking blood clot of humans has gone, made its way down the escalator artery. And so I go down the escalator, and I walk into the vendor hall, and I don't know why I didn't think about this, but it had just moved into the vendor hall. So as soon as I get in there, I'm sitting there, and I know that James has gone in there like 20 minutes before me, and he is only like 3 people deep into this shit.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, fuck. And like, I literally had my food like this, and I'm sitting there doing this for like what felt like forever. It was probably 15 fucking minutes, but... And there was there'd be people that were like they would be in the crowd, and then they would stop to look at some shit in a booth, and they would just not step out of the line.
I hate that shit.
And the person behind them would fucking stop. And I'm like, no, you elbow this motherfucker out the way and go.
Yeah.
I give a courtesy few moments before I'm like,
Yeah. I'll be like, excuse me, and then I'm barreling through there. Like after that.
Yeah, that is the thing. I don't know why it happens so much, but there are oftentimes people in these conventions where in a crowded area, they will just stop where they are to look at something.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
now don't get me wrong, everyone does it occasionally, but this happens a lot.
Yeah, it was unnatural.
Like there were times where like the group would meet up and we'd sit there and talk, but one of us would be like, guys, let's fucking scoot to the side.
Yeah.
And
I
I
can't
will
count how many
say,
times we just kind of shifted over
Yeah.
to the side. Yeah.
when it comes to convention attendees, I tend to prefer these the most. However, you don't really run into this in other conventions. Like at other conventions, it'll be like all the time there are people there who are dumb as fuck. At DragonCon, like around like 1 p.m., usually it'll be okay. It's once the fucking alcohol starts to flow and people are trying to get through sky bridges and shit, then it's like, oh no. I actually, at one point, I don't remember which night it was, but I was on one of the sky bridges, and I had about a 25-foot berth that I gave the motherfucker in front of me because he was doing this number right here. Like he literally was like he was doing that shit, like through the sky bridge. And like he was fucking around. I mean,
No, he was stumbling.
yeah, he was like zombie walking, and then he would grab the handrail like, oh, thank God. And then he would let it go for some fucking reason. like, oh, I'm good. And it's like, no, dog, you are not. Unless this is like the shittiest Walking Dead cosplay ever, you are not good.
Well, on that note, I think it's time for us to wrap this one up.
Yep. Gotta wrap that shit up, B.
It's been another amazing Dragon Con in the books. Some of us it's our first, some of us it's our second, some fifth, and some whatever
14th.
47th. These been going there longer than this existed.
You and Kevin are I've officially like designated you as con veterans. You know, you guys can just go off and do your own fucking thing. I don't have to worry about what you guys are up to. But also because of that, we didn't fucking see each other hardly at all. We see each other more here during the week than we did at the con.
Yeah, which was wild. Had a great time. If you guys are ever thinking about going to something like Dragon Con,
don't do it as your first.
Yeah, it's a big ask for your first con. It's enormous. It's gonna be a lot of walking.
The homie Lauren actually was there. This was her very first con. You can check her out on YouTube on Coffee and Lore. She actually posted her own Dragon Con review.
Oh, cool.
She also did a separate video for her vendor hall. Her vendor haul.
Oh yeah, I helped her hang up a lot of that.
Yeah. So check that out because it was pretty good. I should have brought all my shit, but like a lot of it is on the wall. So
yep.
Yeah, mine's in the other room. I just didn't think about it. Dragon Con is a great time. Make sure you have a little bit of extra scratch for the vendor hall. If you're gonna see some cool shit and you're gonna be like, I think I want to buy that. Make sure that you have like a nice telescope stool, so that you can easily pull out, sit on, and easily retract and put back in your backpack. Bring a backpack. It's a great time. Just be safe or don't. It's Dragon Con. Do whatever you want to do.
Make good choices
or don't. It's Dragon Con. Do whatever you want.
I mean, I didn't this year a couple times. Like,
I made questionable choices like twice.
Well, such is life. If you don't make questionable choices, then you'll never get the answers.
Hey, we completely dodged the mental health in the Cosmic panel.
We
didn't
did.
talk about
Why
it at all.
don't you bring it up? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to. We can sign off.
Well, we will. We'll circle back around to that at some point, I'm sure. Junior never forgets. Well, with that being said, we do need to get back on the throwback train, and
we do.
Oh yeah, we have that one we need to do.
Yeah, we gotta get
the
get
homie
back on
pick
track.
that we've put on the backest of burners.
Oh yeah, it'll be time for this year's.
Was I the last throwback? Was it Ninja Turtles? Was that the last throwback?
I think so.
Was that your pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because the
shit.
fucking
It's been
face
fucking
inside the
forever.
mouth picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Yeah, I mean, because we had the.
That scared the fuck out of me.
Also, there goes the budget for the rest of the year.
Shit. I shouldn't have hit it.
Because after the day the movie came out, the charge for that shit went up by like triple.
And then I got another email from the committee. It went up again when since it's heading to digital. So,
Oh right, yeah.
Streaming, so yeah. Oh well. On that note, we can't afford to be on air any longer, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. hey,
Don't do it.
Homies, that would be all for now. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this, have as much at least as we enjoyed Dragon Con, and hopefully, this wasn't nearly as exhausting as our Dragon Con experience was.
Yeah.
But it's a great time had by all, and this has been a great episode, great review, great look back at Dragon Con. So looking forward to things to come. We do have Peacemaker coming up again. We are continuously running those episodes. The episode 4 review will be up in just a few short days. By the time you guys get this, it'll probably be halfway up. And then, of course, we also have Doomsday Clock coming up as well. And then we're going to be diving right into Gen V Season 2 in just a couple weeks here.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to jump in on that.
Yep. So we got a lot coming down the pipeline, and as I said, we will be getting back on the throwbacks. So keep a lookout for all of that. But homies, until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm superhero homie Caleb.
I am superhero homie Oz.
And I'm superhero homie Dylan.